Hey, what is going on, side chat?
Bruh.
I'm pretty sure you didn't miss anything. Outside is just
2,000 years later.
These nuts. Got him! Got
there's a
him!
side chat.
Oh, what's going on, man? I was fucking around here. How you guys doing, side chat? If there's people there, I don't know who's there. We here. We alive. We ain't dead. We ain't dead. We here. Dancing around and shit. What up, Evo25? How you doing, my guy?
What?
Silver Surfer Tim, what is going on? How you doing tonight? Hopefully you guys are doing good.
Yeah.
Cheers. Oh, cheers to the new camera position. Bro, you guys want to see something? Watch this. Watch this. Hold on.
You can't.
Watch. Watch.
Why is everything being
Watch.
screen's all frozen?
Got that fucking stand-up desk.
Can't watch
That's what's up.
anything.
Why can't you watch anything?
Watch. All I saw was the little Lego guys.
Yeah, what? Oh, you, sir, in technology are not one. You don't go hand in hand. There is a delay, sir.
What?
Yes, there's always a delay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you're watching the
there's a
channel,
delay.
right? So you said
What
I can't
screen
see
am I
nothing.
supposed to be looking at?
You could have been watching my screen. When I say watch, you didn't have to watch the side chat. You could the screen, the stand-up desk. I don't know. I'm gonna send out. I thought I said.
Oh, okay. I see now.
That's what I was talking about. I gotta send all the invites out. I did it through. So I feel like when I do the invites through
your fancy desk.
my fancy desk, is dope, man. It's dope. It goes up higher too. Watch. I'll go. This is. I think. Wait. This is how I actually no. I think it goes up a little higher. Yeah. A little higher. That's kind of cool. Anyways, let me send these invites out. I thought I sent
What
them
are
out
the
already.
dimensions of this desk?
Seeing as I haven't thrown the box away, I will tell you in a moment. 1 second. Crap.
No 40s tonight.
No 40s tonight.
That I'm not gonna lie, that 40 was a bad idea.
I agree. That 40 was a terrible
that was
idea.
A terrible idea.
That 40 was a terrible idea. Where's the
whose idea was
wine?
that?
Where's the Temecula wine? Kenny's the one drinking the wine. He's already drinking wine. I'm not a wine person. Wine tastes sour, and I'm a beer person. So
Yeah, I am.
I got that.
I got some wine right now.
I got that tangerine IPA going on right now. Let's see.
The tangerine.
I don't know if that sounds
so
good.
that label is printed right side up. Why were the labels printed
I
upside
think
down?
it was for their anniversary. What was it, their 10th anniversary? For Stone IPA? When all the labels were upside down? I don't know. It was their anniversary, and so they had a bunch of their bottles like printed upside down.
Another one.
My card is at Starbucks. Yep.
Kenny, your
The
car
ghost
is
is
at
gonna
Starbucks.
drive us there in his
I am
car.
going to drive us there. I will drive. I will. No
Yeah.
problem, sir. You know what happens at Starbucks?
He's gonna order a pumpkin spice latte.
Yeah,
It's that time of year.
You know what happens at Starbucks?
You get coffee.
I just like pressing buttons. So, anyways, how's everyone's weekend? Hopefully, you guys are having a fucking good weekend. Can't handle the 40.
No,
he can't anymore. Kenny's too old for that.
Not anymore. No.
Yeah.
My body says.
I
no.
will tell you. That was rough. Both times. And I went out and got the Mickey. That was really fucked up on that one. That's because
you didn't go out and get anything.
Okay, you're right.
You didn't go out and get anything.
You're right. When the wife went out and got the Mickey. Oh, what was wrong? What's wrong with your bike, Coconut? I'm gonna just call you Coconut because it's there. Said he gave up and dropped his bike off at the shop. So I'm curious what.
Oh, what were you
Am I
doing?
having audio issues? No, we're working. Yeah, exactly. What were you
Hope
doing?
it's not a big hole in your pocket. Probably.
I
Fucking shops are rip off.
Jobs are very much rip-offs. They're very expensive. This beer, on the other hand, this beer is definitely not a rip-off.
You gotta find somebody that can. Oh,
You need to find you a Kenny. You need to find a Kenny who can work on bikes. So Kenny is caramel, caramel mocha soy latte boy now. That's exactly right. Mothman said you're caramel mocha soy latte boy now.
Soy latte boy.
The Speedmaster from last week. Oh, okay. The one that you were asking what needs to be done to it or whatever. What?
Oh.
Remember he was saying that it was in storage? Yeah, it was winter.
winterized?
Yeah, that one. That's the one. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a good call. There's probably a lot of work that needs to be.
So what happened that you
bike,
decided not to? What happened that you decided to take it to a shop? Like you just couldn't get it.
Good question. It's just a lot of work, and you're like, screw all that. I ain't fucking around with it, because that's where I would have been. I would have been like that. I'm like, man, that's too much work. Too much work. But
speaking of a lot of work, one of these fucking days I'm gonna get drunk enough to order all this Stage 3.
to make it happen, you mean to get your nerve up, to be brave enough to order all?
Yeah, I need to get liquored up in order to do my business.
Yeah. In order to buy it all, you need to get liquored up.
Yeah. You gotta get liquored up to do your business in here.
The time's too short for me to start working on it. Had an empty apartment.
Mothman don't know where that's from.
Oh, okay, got you. Oh yeah. Where are you at again? Because winter's coming already, right? Winter for the rest of the United States, winter is coming. Meanwhile, we are on fire. I fixed my bikes. Shit, when I took my Harley a long time ago, they didn't tighten the bolt up. Oil spilled everywhere. So since then, I fixed my bikes in the garage. Yeah, I've had that with the coolant. That's what happened with the Daytona, remember? So I had taken in my Daytona to a Triumph dealership to have the chain and sprocket changed. And what happened was when where the front sprocket cover goes, there's a little like groove, and the coolant tube goes in between there, and they put it behind it instead of in between it. So I rode to San Diego to work, and by the time I got to San Diego, there was no coolant in the bike because they fucked up. Yeah, so I get you. Yeah, so it's getting cold over there. Was it getting cold in Atlanta already? Like, can you feel the temperature change already? Wasn't there a big ride over there with like Brian 636 and them recently? I swear. I mean, I always see him with rides though. He's always out.
There's always shit going on in Atlanta.
Right? That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I felt like we used to have a lot of stuff here, and then now we don't. Like everything is on the East Coast now.
There's still a lot of meetups, but nothing like there used to be. That's for sure.
We could have shit, but somebody doesn't want to take the time to plan it out. You know?
That's a lot of work. It's getting cold at night. All right, so like, it's let's see.
Oh yeah, I bet it's good.
So it's 7:41 right now.
I give it. What, you guys got another like few weeks before we start getting snow.
Yeah, it's still 84 degrees here at 7:41. It's not as warm as it used to be, but 84 degrees is still pretty damn warm.
What is this Streamlab shit that it keeps popping up in the side chat?
It's none of your damn business. That's what that is.
Can you turn that off?
I can, of course. But it's there because it gives some instructions on stuff and how to play the games and how to join my Discord and like it's automated.
Oh, okay.
Don't mess with me or I'm gonna make one to talk shit to you and it's gonna go off like every 10 minutes and it's just gonna poke at you.
What? You can't say shit. Your bot ain't shit.
Your bot ain't shit.
Atlantis popping until it rocks. Then what happens?
And then everyone breaks out the snowmobiles? That's how that works?
Oh.
Does it snow in Atlanta?
I don't know. I bet northern Georgia
What?
gets some snow.
Ooh,
No, I
kind
have
of
no
cool. It's an
idea.
honest. It's a good question. How's that a bad question? Do you know the answer?
I bet they do. I bet Atlanta gets
I,
some snow.
Blue Ridge Mountains before winter
I bet they
kicks
do.
in. Kick in is a plan. Drove it on the outback, out into the trails. That was rad. Oh, that's dope. So you got some mountains to go out to. All right.
Blue Ridge Mountain. Blue Ridge Mountains are nice, man. That's a nice part of the country.
They're like really green and like trees and stuff. When
Yeah,
they get an
it's
inch, they get
just
out and
really
walk.
hilly and lots of trees.
Yes, it does. Snowpocalypse.
I've never taken the parkway in the snow.
I know. I'd like to make
I
a
don't think
trip
I've
out
ever
that
been out
way
there
at some
snow
point.
time.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna also stream this to Twitch. Let me go ahead and
Yeah,
get that going.
that'd be dope. You
Duckster, what
hit
up,
the
my
dragon
guy?
while you're out there.
Hell yeah,
So,
dude.
There's a lot of writing.
How you doing, my guy? There's a
Hang
lot of
in there.
writing in the country that I want to do in different locations.
I sent you an invite on Call of Duty a little while ago, and you ignore my ass, so I'm mad at you now.
That's because you suck, Kenny. And you had us
Who?
dying earlier, remember?
Me?
No, Kenny.
No,
That is
if
not
Kenny
my
sent
fault,
me an
sir.
invite, it's because I was not in front of my PlayStation or Xbox and left Call of Duty running.
Oh, I know. I'm just fucking with you.
See?
Which, by the way, you do all the
I'm
time,
just fucking with you.
motherfucker. So I don't even want to hear it.
Ooh.
But
Ooh.
I do. I do that all the time.
Hmm.
We're not talking about me. We're not talking about the dumb shit I
Why
do.
you gotta talk shit?
Why you gotta bring up old shit?
Yeah. Why you got to bring up the fact that I died a lot early?
You died.
Isn't that all the time?
You died a tremendous amount of times.
You know what? And it's not
tremendous.
even my fault.
A tremendous amount of times, Kenny.
Yeah.
What do you mean it wasn't your fault? You were dying. I didn't kill you.
You did
No.
a valiant job of reviving me.
They
I
did.
did an amazing job.
but
I
mean,
revived you like
you did like, hey, there's a bunch of guns right here, and the only gun that was there was a sniper rifle. The hell am I supposed to do with a sniper rifle when they're like, what am I supposed to quick scope? I can't do that shit.
there was more than that. You just picked up the wrong one.
In Kenny's defense, they changed
No.
the curve on the controls.
No,
for
there
the
was
console.
only a sniper rifle and a handgun.
Mm-hmm. I don't believe
They
you.
changed the curve.
Mm-hmm.
You know what they changed? It really pissing me off, and I keep dying because of it. The throwing of the satchel of the C4.
Yeah,
That bitch. I was like, I'm like, get this dude. I threw that. It went like, whoop, and it just fell. I was like, what the hell is that? Did you notice that too?
Yeah. I noticed that when I went to throw it in a window.
Some people
on
can toss it like
floor.
fucking 20 feet.
Yeah, that's the problem. And now you can't. Now it barely
Is that a taxi?
it barely throws. It's pretty shitty.
Oh.
Don't do any. Wait, what are we talking about? Don't do any of it. The winter.
Yeah.
Winter sucks no matter what any asshole
We
tells
know.
you.
That's why we live here.
Yeah. I mean, winter here is usually pretty chill until the rainy season.
Oh yeah, winter sucks.
The rainy season, but raining sucks. Rainy season starts in like December, January time frame for us,
Mhm.
and then it'll go till like basically March, February,
January,
March.
December.
And it's kind of at the end of
Yeah.
December and maybe the beginning of January, and then it goes into like maybe March. That's the worst time here for me for riding, at least. But
So go. I ordered something from Amazon the other day. They
And
sent me
then,
the
then you
wrong.
got the.
Is that you?
That's probably.
Hey,
I was
Gray.
like, this is from Chuck. No, we're giving him the wrong thing, bro. I didn't tell you guys. You know this. I didn't tell you what happened. Okay, so for you guys watching, if you didn't see my last video, I was tired of sitting at home, so I got a part-time job at Amazon. Started last Sunday. I had training for 3 days. On the 4th day, I walk into the fucking area and I go up there and they pull me aside and they're like, "Hey, so you want to train new people?" So on the 4th day, where I don't even know completely what the fuck I'm doing, I got sent to a training on how to train people, to train new employees. So I'm gonna be training new people at Amazon when I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
I don't know what that says about a company when they have new people training new people.
That's exactly right. And then I'm already like they already put me in another department and training there. I don't know, man. It was so much. I'll tell you what though, I was hurting, bro. I was hurting so bad. Like I was broken. I was just
They
broken.
give you a raise for training other people?
No, of course not. It's Amazon.
Fuck that.
No.
Give
No.
me.
No.
You want me to be responsible for the future? You need to come up off some cash.
No. I'd rather do that than what I was doing because what I was doing was brutal. Once my hands get too cold, you're done. Yeah, bitch. Okay, yeah, the heated gloves are nice.
It was not brutal. You just...
Hey, shut up. I don't want to hear it.
I watched your video all the way through, and it sounds like you just play with robots all day.
Kinda, yeah. That's exactly what I do. Is play with robots all day. Fucking around. Yeah, no, they have. It's like Amazon. It's their most advanced warehouse so far. So it's pretty crazy. The amount of like robots they have is insane.
If it's so advanced, what do they need you for?
Because they just carry the stuff, and then it's still there's a lot of stuff there that I don't think people need to be doing, but whatever, it gives people jobs, you know. I was telling Kenny like I feel bad like because I was meeting obviously I'm meeting a lot of people right there that are working there, but a lot of these people like they have to work there, and like that sucks. Like if that was like if you had to work there and you didn't have a choice, right, and like. That's some hard work, dude. They track, and they're so meticulous in how they track things. And
so what you're saying is you look down upon the people who must work at Amazon to make a living.
No, I don't look down. I
That's
feel
what it sounded like.
No, sir. It's called empathy. I have empathy for them. That's what it is. I have empathy for the workers. Not you. You don't have any. You don't get empathy.
You don't get any empathy. No empathy for you.
Not
I
for
don't
you.
You get no empathy.
Exactly. Huh? I didn't hear you. Don't you dare tell me she's gonna hide my beers.
That's mean.
Yeah, that is mean. That's really mean. But yeah, it's cool, man. I'm getting used to it. It's I don't know. Like I said, it's cool to get out and like not just be stuck at home. And as much as it sucks, it's something to do. 1,900 COVID cases.
It'd be nice to do at like 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
Nobody said anything about a boat.
They already had a COVID.
I heard boat. Boat.
I heard a ghost.
Yes,
Somebody
yes,
say
yes.
boat.
Gay.
What's up, Red?
What's up, man?
Just chilling.
Fuck y'all doing?
Got it, man.
None of your goddamn business, sir.
We're listening to Ghost talk about his bougie ass looking down on the people that have to
That
work
is
at
not what I said.
Wait, hold on.
That-
Explain this
that is
again.
what we're
So,
talking about. Yeah,
All right,
that
no.
is exactly what we're talking about.
no, I don't want to hear from you. I don't
This
want
is
to hear
what
from you. I want to hear from everybody else.
No, don't worry about
No,
what
no,
they have to
I
do.
don't
No,
want to hear. I know.
No, because then it turns into a he said, she said.
No.
What?
Go ahead,
No,
tell it,
this
Kenny.
is exactly what was said.
Fucking
Go ahead,
fuck,
Kenny.
man.
He said that he feels bad for the people that have to do that for a normal job because they have to do it.
Right.
You talking about
What he was really saying is, I don't have to do it. I don't like manual labor. I don't have to do it.
and this is coming from the dude that always be riding shotgun and shit,
Quiet.
And have his homies work on his bike and shit.
having homies work on his bike before the homie came along. It was dealerships.
We can. I'm calling the buzzer on that one. We can end it right there. You know, we don't got to keep going. Just saying.
Survey says.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop
Now you
fucking lying.
demonetized.
Oh my god.
So how y'all doing out there? Y'all
Oh,
avoiding COVID.
That's what Buffalo said. He said there was 19,000 COVID cases at Amazon. Yeah, there was a case at my work already. They sent out a notification. Yeah, they sent out a notification, which is crazy. Like, look, they take it like to have that many, and that's probably why they take it so serious. Literally, like you can't walk close to each other. You have to stay 6 feet apart. They have a camera with an AR system on it, so when you're walking, it puts a ring around you, and it puts a ring around the person in front of you. And if you get too close, they turn orange or red or green. And then
That sounds like some Big Brother shit.
yeah, it is totally Big Brother shit. And then they have like in the break rooms, the break rooms, one table per person, and they have half the table cut off, so it's like 6 feet apart. When we were training, you had to stay 6 feet apart. Everything's 6 feet apart. Like you cannot be next to other people. Like you get in trouble for it. So it's really surprising that they have that many cases, and they wipe everything down. Like they have people that just they sit in the break room, and as soon as you're done eating, they come down with the disinfectant and they just wipe everything down. And they wipe. It's nuts, man.
So you saying Trump swing by today? Is that what
Probably.
happens? Is that how you get the
Probably. Some of those.
You know what?
Some of the rest of the reporters too. I think they got 3 reporters that were also White House reporters got sick or
That's
have
sick.
COVID.
You know what's funny, right? Like I work with some Trump supporters, and that's not the problem, right?
What are you doing, dog?
But the funny thing is, right? Like you bring it up at work, right? They pretend like, like it's just a normal day, like blah blah blah. Man, I said a long time ago, Donald Trump is the dumbest motherfucker to lead this goddamn country. George Bush wasn't a smart individual, but I'm sorry, after 9/11, he united America and had everybody ready to fucking go to war.
What's going on,
He was
Serafina?
hilarious. He was funny. Every once in a while I go online and I watch George Bushism.
Bush? Yeah.
Man, they make me laugh.
Fool me once,
Yeah.
fool me once,
was
can't get
funny.
fooled again.
Yeah.
Right?
I just want to
Yeah.
point out that
all
the
over the
Simpsons
country.
predicted that Donald Trump dies.
What'd you say?
What'd you say, Chuck?
I said the Simpsons predicted that Donald Trump
Oh,
died.
is there a poll, a death poll?
No, it was in a Simpsons episode.
Well, hey, look.
Really?
Look, he's
Yeah.
that dude's old as shit. Him getting it.
70, what is he, 72?
It's
72,
bad.
something like that?
It's bad that he got it. Like that's not good. So we'll see
So,
what happens. Dude, get out of
we'll
there,
see
dog.
what happens. You know what? I
I'm
wouldn't
pretty
put
sure it's going to turn
past.
into a left conspiracy.
I mean, I feel like he's gonna have like the most.
Somebody killed him.
All right, Bobby.
So-
We'll see you in a few.
China killed him.
So here's a couple things, right? Like, I like reading shit online, right? And so I'm reading some comments, people saying like two major things, like, okay, maybe Donald Trump's just faking this to get out of fucking doing further debate. Okay, that's one. Another one, which I was kind of like, ooh, that'd be that right there would be a chess move, but a little too late, is if he faked having the coronavirus, right? And then let's say got cured, air quotes, and then touts his fucking, you remember like a couple weeks ago he was talking about a fucking vaccine coming out here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, there is a vaccine coming out, so
taking it already.
Yeah, the argument the argument wasn't that it's not coming out in a couple weeks. The argument is how much of it is going to come out in a couple weeks. So the vaccine is being made. The problem is the amount. Where they're saying, hey, we won't have enough to do a full blown like.
No, right? No, I get that. There's definitely going to be a logistics problem, right? And of course, like it's fuck, we're having a hard time making fucking masks. Like I even tried to go and look for those 3M Valve fucking N95 masks, that you would see like at Home Depot or whatever.
I see them all the time at Amazon. I'm like, oh look, mask.
Well, no, I'm talking about the ones with the little valve on the inside, the 3M joints. Those?
You don't want those. The CDC recommends not wearing those.
Really? The ones that are like got the little cone on the front?
Yes, they said don't wear those.
Well, either way, right? So we're having a hard time fucking keeping masks and all this shit, right? Like you can still find masks. Don't get me wrong.
Wait, real quick while we wait, because it's gonna take a second. What happened to your bike? I must have missed something, Serafina. Just curious.
Okay, what?
Yeah, I guess her bike is damaged. So
Damage was about 6K, and the blue book was about
I'm just
6.
curious what it was.
Damage equals
Whoa,
total.
what'd you do to your bike?
Yeah, that's where my question was. So, anyways, continue. I'll just wait while we,
So yeah, I get there's gonna be a logistics issue making it and all this shit and distributing it, but so wait, so you're saying there is a vaccine that is what? That is like
It's like the flu shot. It's gonna be like the flu shot where
But-
it's just one of those vaccines. It's
when
gonna
the
work
fuck-
on a
Last
strain.
week, last week it was all over the news
Oh,
that they
damn.
stopped trials because somebody got some kind of
I didn't see that.
neurological shit and like.
Yeah,
trials-
yeah.
Well, I didn't see that
Not-
one, but
not
Yeah,
which,
that was last week. Yeah.
Not that I wish anybody dies, but I think the ultimate fuck you to Donald Trump would be them giving him this vaccine and it fucking kills it.
how did you crash? That sucks, Serafina. I'm sorry to hear that. But I mean, you're here, obviously, so you're good. Yeah, I'm glad you're
Right.
okay. And so, I mean, you could take it bad or you could take it a good way. I got lost my 650 and I ended up with a Daytona. So win, right? Kind of.
That's not
Someone
enough.
slammed on their brakes in front of me when I was riding over train tracks. Oof. Ouch.
I crashed my
You're riding
real
too
bike and
close?
got a bike that made a whistle sound going down there.
Hey.
Oh.
and then I eventually bought
you know
another
what?
one that does the same thing.
Yeah, yes, I did. Hold on, let's see.
You know what's better than one rape whistle? Two rape whistles.
Rape whistles. And if Kenny comes over and he hops on the other one, ooh, we gonna rape whistle everybody. Everybody run. Nah, look, man. Of course, don't nobody want shit to happen to the president, right?
Hide
That's
your
not-
mangina,
Yeah,
that's
no,
not-
I don't see anything
But-
about that. I do
but-
see
but I'm sorry,
vaccine,
dude, like-
long exhaustion, fever, and headaches, but that was it.
You know, like the fucking like the shit that I don't like, right? Is like I don't give a shit if you're for Biden or whatever. Like I'm not a fan of the cat. You know what I mean? I'm really not. But you know, the fact that he'll get on TV, okay, and act presidential, right? He'll say, hey, like the campaign, I found out they pulled all negative ads against Trump down. Right, so his campaign is not doing that, right? And then hold on, and then he comes on TV and wishes him well, right? And then now there are all these or not all these videos, but I've seen a couple different places where they're showing the video of Trump mocking Hillary Clinton back in 2016 when she had pneumonia. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you want to wish the dude well, but at the same time you want to wish him a big fuck you too, man. Because
here's the question: do you want Pence? That dude's gonna be fucking worse. That
you know
motherfucker's
what?
that religious,
You know what?
like craziness.
At least that motherfucker will come on TV and act with some goddamn sense, man. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Because
is
here's
true.
the problem. Here's the problem. When
It
if
might,
you
it might be a
co-sign,
religious sense though, where you want to just like, what the fuck's your problem?
like, so here's the thing. If you co-sign like Trump's behavior, I don't, you know, if you like his policies, whatever, that's different. But if you co-sign his fucking behavior, then that means you're okay with that shit. But the problem is, if anybody else acts like Trump to you, you got a fucking problem with it. You know what I'm saying? But because it's Trump, it's okay. And here's the thing, that is the fucking standard from now on.
But
You lowered the bar.
No, you didn't.
down.
It's both sides. It does both sides. Everyone is okay with what Hillary did. No one talked. She's still allowed. She lost all those top secret files. Guess what? Nothing happened. Everyone's okay with it. It doesn't matter.
Look. We're not talking about what aboutism. We're talking about Donald Trump, not fucking Hillary Clinton.
It wasn't
My
a
point is,
it isn't a whataboutism. It's a fact.
well, whatever.
So you can't point this out about one person while
So-
glossing over what happens to everyone else. I agree with you, but it should be shut down across the board. It shouldn't be. It's just because it's Trump.
Number
all of a
one,
sudden.
Hillary Clinton is not the fucking president of the United
Doesn't
States.
make a difference. Doesn't make a difference.
I'm talking about the bar.
We ain't
for the
talking about
president-
Biden.
No, listen. I'm talking about the bar being set as being the president of the United States
sit down.
has been lowered by Donald fucking Trump. Fact, dude.
Oh,
It's a
look,
fact.
I don't know.
That's all I'm saying. Because like you know, if you go back, what was it 2017 or whatever, when they had the little G8 thing or whatever, the summit, and Trump pushing motherfuckers out the way to get in front and all that shit. Like, come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying his
I don't have a problem with
behavior,
that.
just his fucking behavior,
I do.
his
I know.
behavior.
If anybody,
Like I
has
said,
I get it. I get it. I
or
get what you're
family member
saying.
or
So then
a
it's
close
okay.
friend that behaved the way that he did,
I get what
we'd
you're
actually
saying.
hate this person.
I
You
get what
would
you're
be
saying 100%.
fucking
But the
Oh,
problem
Mike-
is it's a double standard. You can't just point it at
So,
him and be okay
bar-
with when everyone else does
never,
it.
the bar's never been that low, though. It's never
You
been
just
that. Never been that low before. It's never been that low. It's never.
Who raised
never.
I don't
who
know.
else
You
lowered that
gotta
bar
find
down
I'd have to
murder.
disagree with that.
just as low?
Who?
Who's the last like really, really, really shitty president?
Besides Nixon, but he still lacked the presidential. He just broke the fucking law. But I'm just saying, show me Ghost, who has acted unpresidential as much as Donald Trump. Go ahead, man. I'll wait.
Andrew Jackson.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, like I get it, man. If you
you said Sam Jackson
and all that shit, I'm fine with that. man.
Bongo Fury said there's 9 vaccines that are going on right now.
Oh no shit.
But yeah, I think they're from different countries though. Like I was reading that there was one about sharks. Did you see the one about sharks? There's a vaccine that requires sharks, and that they're saying it's like it takes 3,000 sharks to get enough of this stuff to start making vaccines or something like that.
I saw some stupid.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
five.
yeah.
It was like 500,000, wasn't it, or something?
I don't know. It was a lot of sharks.
I saw something about that. God damn, 9 for real?
Yeah.
What
Oh,
else is part of
promising.
the,
Okay, so yeah, they're not.
But they're all from
they're
different
here?
countries, so
Right.
Of course, they're not all here. Like different countries are making vaccines.
Right.
China probably had a vaccine.
I'm not going to
start.
take one right away. I'm going to wait.
Well, there's a lot of stuff coming out about how China did stuff.
I'm just curious.
There's a lot of stuff coming out about that from like legit scientists now saying that, you know, initially they were saying this didn't look like it was created, right? So now they're saying there's some evidence, I guess, apparently coming out saying that it could be was created and released on purpose. But no one's really pushing on it. I don't think it's going to go anywhere.
Okay, go ahead.
If Trump dies from the quote unquote China virus, does that mean that China assassinated our president?
Well, if they released it and it's found that they released it like evidence, which is more than likely never going to come out.
That is a good question, sir.
Because
That's a good question.
Yeah,
that is a good question.
Because that's the problem is they've arrested all the whistleblowers in China and put them in those concentration camps.
No, they're probably dead.
Motherfuckers
or they're dead. Either way, we don't know where they're at, right? And so that's the thing is that no information is going to come out, right? That they just hide it all. So it's kind of crazy.
Well, you know what? In a way, I kind of like respect, because think about what we have going on, right? We have freedom of speech, so pretty much anybody can say anything, and just like stupid conspiracy theories,
right? Yeah,
fucking spread like wildfire, right? I kind of like just being able to stop people and be like, yo, shut the fuck up, whether you're saying stuff is good or bad. Like in that situation, might not be.
Yeah, you say that.
Horrible idea.
Stop you from saying something.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it's a good idea for China, so that way they don't, just start.
Well, it's a communist
spreading
country.
all kinds of bullshit rumors
Well,
about things that
you
happen
don't
and things that
have
didn't
any
happen.
rights in China.
That's
all
pretty
right,
much
so here's something
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
that
you
I
China. You got a point.
so here's something that I've been thinking about, right? Because let's be honest, okay. I get it that there's going to be a large group of people in this country that don't like wearing a mask, okay? But we got to be honest, and at least, well, here, I believe that the president, Donald Trump, has encouraged a lot of people not to wear fucking masks, okay? With that being said, how fucking easy would it be to take out a large portion of this fucking country's population with another virus, let's just say close enough or far enough down the road where people ain't forgot yet? Let's just say 10, 15 years. Like if let's say another country develops another, virus or something like that, and that shit got into America and people thought about coronavirus 2019.
Well, that's
How
always
many-
the thing with biological weapons.
Right, but I'm saying how many fucking people, let's just say the death rate is fucking 25%. how many fucking people in this country is gonna die because they feel it's a hoax? It's a How many fucking?
I don't think people
look,
would probably take things seriously, and people start bleeding out the fucking eyes. It's like,
Right.
oh shit, you're sick. Your face is melting off your skin. That's the. I think that's the
Well,
way
look,
people
look,
pay
whenever I
attention to me. Like,
they
oh,
think,
this
you know,
shit's
like,
real, and it's not. a
only
hoax.
0.0002% of people died. I'm like, well, that's great for you. It sucks for the 200,000
Yeah.
people that actually
Right.
fucking died.
And so, like I've had conversation. Okay, then what is the fucking percentage that would make you wake the fuck up?
Right?
Here,
Is it
let me say something. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. When this first started, I was like, this is a real issue. This is like an issue. And I was telling, like, I made a video about it before it became a big thing. And like, I was like, this is a legit fucking issue. And nobody, left, right, middle, thought it was a big deal until people started dying. So, and then I guess the people that are, it's natural selection. So if you're not going to wear a mask and something like that happens, natural selection, Darwinism.
Right, but the fucked up shit, right, is like, you know, how easy is it nowadays? I mean, I get it, right? Darwinism, natural selection, but how easy is it nowadays to just get people to believe just dumb fucking shit?
Easy.
You know, whether it's fucking
social media, man.
Look, people believe anything. They'll believe shit like the earth is round. We all know the motherfucker's flat, but everybody out there be bullshit talking about it's a circle. Get the fuck out of here. So earth is flat. Lizard people.
That is a perfect point. You have people that think the earth is flat out here.
Landing was fake.
So I mean, the level of stupidity on this planet. I mean, come on.
You know what I mean?
What up, X? How you doing?
The problem is you have a generation now of people that think they're smarter than the scientists.
Yeah.
And that
all
like
them Karens out there talking about fucking Facebook fucking posts.
So, it's like my mom tried telling me something about a computer problem one time, and I just looked at her and was like, "You're not qualified to tell me what makes sense and what doesn't make sense."
Right.
Right? Like, you have people out there that have no background in anything. You got fucking car mechanics that are like, "Oh, it doesn't make sense with this virus." Blah blah. I'm
Dude,
like, "Bitch, you are not a biologist."
I would get on Facebook and talk shit to people, and I would go look at, because they leave their profile open and shit. And I go look at their profile. I'm like, "Bitch, you're a greeter at Walmart. Shut the fuck up."
Right?
I'm like, you don't know anything. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, just listen to the people that know what the hell they're talking about.
Right?
I'm not saying you gotta listen to me, but listen to like actual experts.
There are really smart people that don't get paid very much to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
Like, let them deal with it.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, dude, like when the whole shit with Fauci and all that shit, and everybody started turning on this motherfucker. Hey, what does he know? I'm like, whoa. You realize the motherfucker works at the White House, right? It ain't like they picked his ass up at CVS giving flu shots and shit.
As much as I think that Fauci is really smart and he knows what he's talking about, he lied to all of us when he said you don't need a mask. He literally lied to everybody and encouraged people not to wear a mask in the beginning of this. Meanwhile, the rest of the fucking world was wearing masks and their numbers were dropping. And he was like, you don't need to wear a mask. Now, I understand why he did it. The whole reasoning was because there's a shortage of masks and they wanted to make sure that doctors and nurses and the people on the front line had the mask. But in the very beginning, he was saying, you don't need a mask. And that's what all these people that are like anti-mask cling to. That oh no, how come all of a sudden now you're saying wear a mask? But in the beginning, you said we don't need to wear a mask. So when you talk about him, keep that in mind. That motherfucker.
No. And that's fine. But how many scientists made incorrect statements at the very beginning?
Just running them. But that's the problem with masks. China knew you needed a mask. Look, Italy before we were hit. Remember, Italy was like they were in deep shit. And guess what? What did they say? Wear a mask. Meanwhile, while they're telling everyone to wear a mask, Dr. Fauci, whatever his name is like, don't wear a mask. You don't need to wear a mask. And that's what I'm saying. So my point being is the information was there to wear a mask, and he lied about it. Period.
Wait, did he lie
Yes,
about
he
it?
said don't wear a
Or
mask.
slide.
He said you don't need to wear a mask.
And then he corrected himself
You
later
know who
down
else-
the road,
you know
right?
who else-
Like 2-3 months down the road, yeah, or a month or two down the road, it was like, yes, everyone needs to wear a mask. But before while he was touting, not that you saying you don't need to wear a mask, Italy, China, and all these other countries were like, no, you need to wear a mask. You need to wear a mask. That's what's slowing this down. But they were like, nope, you don't need to wear a mask. Again, the reasoning, from my understanding, was to make sure that nurses and doctors and the people in the front line had it because there wasn't enough. But still, like that made you could have just said put something over your face, grab anything is better than nothing kind of thing. So
I just, at this point in time, I'd like everybody to know.
Yeah, but like countries like China, they've always
all the
walked
masks
around with
you wear.
masks and stuff. For like them, it's pretty fucking normal. Like how did it?
Yeah,
so bad they have to wear masks?
because of stuff like this, because China and Asian countries have viruses like this, H1N1, the swine. I think it's the same.
Wait. What did you say about masks or something? What did you say?
He was saying that the Asian countries like China and that stuff like that always wear masks no matter what, and that's because they have these types of viruses all the time. H1N1, swine flu, all these other viruses have come out that are usually from China.
So here's a first-hand experience for somebody who spent 10 years in Japan. Okay, this is just my observation, and well, of course, what I know from talking to Japanese people. Okay, the reason why they wear masks, okay, is because in Japanese culture, you're taught to think about somebody other than yourself. So you put on a fucking mask when you're sick with a cold, a flu, or something.
Because it helps.
Why? Because you don't want to give it to other people. Problem with America is everybody is fucking selfish and spoiled.
I could tell you right now that Japan has people that won't wear masks. My coworker is working out of Japan right now, and during the beginning of the pandemic, when everyone started saying, when everyone was saying that you need to wear masks, he's in Japan. He's in Okinawa, whatever it is. That's where he's at. Anyways, he was saying that they're having problems with a lot of the population still not wearing masks, even though they're enforcing it.
So hold on.
Japan, it's kind of
so Okinawa is like the smallest island of Hawaii. Okay,
I'm just telling you what he's saying.
Okay, listen, my buddy. Okay, I got people still over there. So listen. Every day, my boy Tommy posts in Japanese, right? He's a prior Marine Corps cat, but he posts Okinawa's daily averages. Okay, and here within the last few days, it's kind of spiked. Now, as of yesterday, it leveled off, and he's like, just waiting for it to pop. So they haven't even had an outbreak in Okinawa yet. Okay, they haven't even had a fucking outbreak yet. So, but here's the thing. You have Tokyo, Japan. There's more people in Tokyo than than New York or LA, period. Okay. Tokyo has seen 20,000 coronavirus deaths. 20K. I mean, it's maybe a little higher now, but last time I checked about a month ago, it was 20K. 20K. Oh, I'm sorry, Ghost. That wasn't Tokyo. It was the entire fucking country.
Yeah, because they all fucking
20,000. 20,000. So they can get their shit together, but we in America is fucking.
Let me ask you a question. What's Japan's total population?
I don't know. I can look it up.
And what's it compared to the United States?
Because
there's going to be a big difference.
Population. Let's see. Japan.
So there's 126 million people in 2018 per Google.
Okay, versus
328 million.
Okay, but the numbers still don't add up, Ghost.
It's still
right.
Yeah, I get you. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's what, like one state full of people?
Right.
No, it was more than that.
For the entire country.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 states? I don't know. I'm just guessing.
I mean, it's still, yeah. I mean, I'm not arguing with you. The fact people here are fucking stupid. Like, they won't wear a mask.
Nope.
So.
I mean, we will, because we, look, at the end of the day, I ain't trying to get sick.
Oh my God, she just shit herself. Go over there. I swear to God, she's just saying.
Oh man. Yeah, go handle that. Daddy duties.
No, my dog shit herself.
It stinks?
That's what I'm saying.
It stinks.
Woo! Better, Ghost, open the window. I know it's like 112 outside.
No, I got the AC running. Don't worry.
Throw the dog in the pool.
Oh, the dog.
Yeah, that's why my wife hates taking me places because I talk shit to people that won't wear their masks. I can't deal with it. Like
That's what's up.
after a few people, I'm like, no, fuck you. You know, I'll be like, you look better with a mask on, or and she gets mad. Especially at Costco, man.
Wait.
I thought you had to wear a mask in Costco.
Yeah, I
They
thought
wouldn't let you in.
Costco. I thought Costco wasn't fucking around with that bullshit.
They don't, but then people walk in and they pull it
Yeah,
down.
they're like, you don't wear a mask, you don't come in.
Yeah, but then they pull it down.
Oh.
So, hey, Ghost, out there in whatever county you're in, can you eat inside yet?
They just started.
Okay, because
I think like this week, Monday or something like that, they opened up at like 25% or something like that.
Yeah. Orange County's been like that since like 2 weeks.
Well, I got a thing from my kids' school where they're talking about, okay, now that they're talking about opening up schools again, and they're like, well, how would you feel about sending your kid to school, but then like knowing that we may have you might have to pull them back out again, and like I'm not sending my kid, like they're in online now. That's where they're staying until this shit's done.
Right.
Get the fuck out of here with that.
Right.
Not having my kid bring that shit back and get us all sick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and that was like my fear from day one. I'm like, okay, look, bro, if we ain't got no vaccine, we ain't got no other shit, like, and we starting to send kids back to school, especially like on the East, right? The East Coast and shit. I'm like, them motherfuckers just gonna come home and be killing grandma and mom. I mean, granted, look, it's gonna take a lot of goddamn kids to kill a handful of parents and all that other shit. But still, man, like,
well, kids
it's just one of those
too. So
yeah,
it's not as high, but
right,
kids have been dying from it.
But you know what? One of the other things, man, that just always seems to shock me, right, is when like I'm like, damn, well, that ain't even cool. It ain't even cool to have one person die, dog. Right. And then it's like the people who and this is mainly, I'm gonna say Trump supporters because these are the people I deal with. Okay, I don't really see any liberal people where I work at, but whatever. We still get along. There's no beef or hate, but it's like they could care less that one person has died. But then again, I look at myself, right? Like, would these people be the same people that would do something like join the military to help out their fellow American? Fuck no. But they would bitch and complain about, oh, Colin Kaepernick taking the knee and then disrespecting the troops. Bitch, you ain't even got the balls to stand up, go fight for this fucking country. So I don't want to hear shit you got to say, man. But I care that people die. I care. So I would want to do everything I can. And sure, if they're, when you're talking about the economy and trying to juggle that and life and death, like, yes, that's a very hard thing to balance. But at least in my eyes, I feel it's people over the economy, man. I mean, you can't, because if fucking people are dropping and dying left and right, you ain't gonna have a fucking economy anyways. But I get it. You need people to work.
So
But
so your opinion, I think right now you have a job. Let's say you lost your job and everyone lost their job in your family and you couldn't pay your rent. Yeah, you're not going to be kicked out. But what if you can't afford food?
It's still better than death. Facts. You can't argue that. You can't argue that.
I think that there needs to be, there has to be some sort of workaround to get.
No, for sure.
So that's why I say, like, what Amazon's doing.
It's a hard juggle.
I feel like, yeah. I'm glad I'm not in charge of that shit. Fuck that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, what Amazon is doing is, like, they're going overboard. Like, I feel like it's crazy, but I feel like that's the way it has to happen to be able to open up, right? To keep things going.
I mean, like we could have did this a long time ago, right? If you came out and be like, look, American people, this is what's got to happen because X, Y, and Z, and boom, 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 boom. And then, because for instance, like Japan never shut down. They never shut down their economy.
Well, again, it goes back to the mask thing. If we would have started with masks in the beginning and we weren't lied to, you wouldn't have all these people anti-mask. It would have been like right off the get-go, wear a mask. Okay. Oh, we don't have enough masks? Make something.
So even beyond Fauci's initial decision, like you keep staying out there, and I do remember that it didn't take him very long before he changed his stance.
No, it was like a month and a half, something like that.
But even after he changed his stance, the White House stance never changed. Oh, we believe it's a freedom of speech thing. Or no, did they say freedom of speech or freedom of something?
I don't think I don't think they spoke on it at all. I think they just didn't wear masks.
The fucking Kaylee, that chick, yes, she fucking did.
I don't
She
know.
said she believed. I remember the fucking video. She was like, we believe it's people's choice or people's some shit like that. And I'm going, okay, yes, I agree with you to an extent. But man, you can't be having motherfuckers out here just running around reckless, but you still trying to open the economy. You still trying to get kids back in school. Like, how the fuck is those two gonna work?
I think it's
That's
crazy.
what I'm saying. So it's like, look, you know, the same people that's always telling black individuals to shut up and comply, right? Or the same people bitching about having to wear a mask. If the fucking, you know, governor, whomever, puts in a mask mandate, I've seen it left and right. Dude, there's protests out here, anti-mask protests, because they don't agree with the governor putting in a mask mandate.
But I'm not saying they're not idiots. I'm just saying you're putting it all on one side when that's completely not true. There was freaking riots. There was riots going on.
The side.
There were riots going on and protests going on for Black Lives Matter, and not everyone was wearing masks. And those protests were fucking 10 times the size of these little tiny fucking idiots, right? That are anti-protesting masks.
And
during and during that time, the COVID numbers spiked. But somehow. The audacity to try to be like, oh, it has nothing to do with the protest. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. It's on both sides.
Prove them wrong. Because once again, are you educated enough to know to invalidate that claim?
That wearing a mask.
Qualified.
I'm
sorry.
That wearing a mask. That wearing a mask protects you.
No, like, look, I feel you. I get what you're saying. I can understand.
To answer your question, so are you asking me if I'm qualified to answer if a mask is going to protect you and other people?
No. I'm saying
that's what it comes down to.
No, to prove that yes, that 100% it was because of the protest.
Yes, they weren't wearing masks. What else do you fucking need?
Wait. The problem. Okay, both of you need to calm down a little bit.
No, we're good.
The problem is
this is
all the blame on one thing, and it's not. It's correct. A combination of all these things.
That's
sure.
Exactly it.
But,
that's where I'm saying it's not just one side.
But hold on, Chuckster, real quick. But my thing is, okay, Black Lives Matter doesn't have the White House as a platform. Okay,
you're not wrong.
That's the difference. Okay. But
I would say they have a bigger platform, bro. Come on. They have better. I think so. Black Lives Matter has such a good usage of social media, and
Donald Trump is in the news every minute of every single day.
That's a president though. But the difference being is I think Black Lives Matter has a really good foundation in social media and communication.
Donald Trump is in the news every day because he's the president doing crazy shit.
Yeah, but we're talking I think what Red is referring to is the ability to like communicate. Like
No. Okay, you cannot control in essence or make somebody at Black Lives Matter accountable. You can't. Okay, so whatever Black Lives Matter gets up, look, Black Lives Matter, Proud Boys, whomever, they're all, in essence, they all run under. Okay, they're all they're all governed by nobody. Okay, but the White House is. That's the difference.
And I don't think Black Lives Matter has that big of a platform because I think most of their platform has been co-opted by people that are just out about getting free shit.
I think they have a huge platform, man. They can get words out really easily.
No, I think Black Lives Matter's core message has been lost in all the riots.
Oh, definitely.
If you look at the media only focused on the riots, right?
Yeah.
They're like, okay, cops shot a black dude. Now we have riots. They don't focus on cops shot a black dude. How do we fix this situation in America?
Yeah, but we're talking about masks.
We're talking about
We're talking about masks. We can jump on to the next topic. That's a whole nother story. But we're talking about masks.
part of the problem is you have businesses that are not enforcing the mask mandate.
I haven't seen too many, but I know that there's a number.
I see them all the time.
I haven't seen them over here too
I
often.
agree.
But
Right now, I can walk into every restaurant right here by my apartment, and the gas station, and the Vons, and the Ross, and South Coast Plaza, and run across at least quite a few people that are not wearing masks.
yeah, surprisingly, it's not like that here. People actually started wearing masks.
Well, because you're in a tiny town in the middle of the desert,
Dude,
yo.
it's fucking. In the beginning, it was really bad, and it was fucking shitty over here. So the fact that where I'm at, that they finally fucking got the hint, then it seems to be better. But
you need businesses that are going to say, "Hey, if you're not going to wear a mask, you can't
but
come
you
in."
can, but you can. I mean, I know. I mean, you can report the business. You know that, right?
I could. I did not know that, but
Yes, you can report the business for not following the rules. But here's the problem: is the sheriffs and stuff actually going to do anything about it, which they're allowed to?
Right.
Right, and then it was fucked up. You got that one Florida sheriff that banned his whole entire department for wearing masks. Like, man, come on, man.
Well, that was like what was that governor? Was it from Texas, or was it the Florida governor also? Like 3 months into it, and he's like, I didn't realize it was this bad. Like, oh my God, where the fuck have you been?
But you also, I mean, we can blame Donald Trump for telling people not to wear masks. You got to realize that there's a lot of people out there that aren't wearing. Nancy Pelosi got caught in a fucking hair salon.
Hair salon, yeah, I saw that.
Well, they're supposed to be closed.
Watching people sitting in session and Congress, half of them are not wearing masks. It's like, okay, you know what? If you want to get this mask thing done, government as a whole, president, executive, judicial, you need to set the example and be wearing a mask anytime you're in public.
Right. Yep. You know, I wonder how close Donald Trump and Biden got, because they weren't wearing masks.
Not close enough, at least. Because at least I guess Biden was tested. Him and his wife were.
Yeah, but
negative.
it takes a while, doesn't it, for the
right for sure.
The podiums during the debate were 11 feet apart.
Yeah, but did they shake hands or anything before, or no?
No.
Oh,
and they had no interaction afterwards either.
Yeah, I doubt they would.
But, if I was Biden, I'd be like, fuck no, man, I'm not going near you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, think about all the people around Donald Trump.
Serafina said it's a law in Ontario to wear a mask.
See,
it's the same. I think it's technically,
well,
I don't necessarily say not a law, it's a mandate. It's not a law, but it's a mandate. Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of conservative or Republican places don't really have a lot of mandates, so they're just kind of like, fuck it.
Oh shit.
We open.
She said it's if you fail to do the 15-day quarantine when you're coming back into the country, it's a $300,000 fine and up to 6 months in jail. Ooh.
See, and
That's how
you know
do it
what?
right there. Yeah, but see, look. I brought this up to Tim, and I thought the same thing. But it is with Tim Christ. It is a thin line of like. I agree. I said I think there should be a fine, but he was like, I don't think there should be. But
a thin line between what? What are you talking about?
Between the government being able to mandate things out of whatever, but keep in mind, I agree with this. I think that we should be mandated to wear the fucking mask. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Well,
I'll lower the stream labs because you asked and it wasn't Kenny.
If the government wanted to mandate something, you think they'd come up with something better than fucking masks? Like if they were trying to take over the country, like as the conspiracy theorists would have it, it's like, yeah, they're only making us wear masks because they want us to be sheep that just bows down to the government. Like, bitch, if they wanted to,
I get it. Yeah.
We're going to come up with something different than masks.
Yeah, I get it. I get where you're coming from. At the same time, it's about a psychological aspect, right? You can take away small things, right? So, like, there's a social engineering thing, a trick to get people to do something that you want them to do. And it's like, it's a mental thing. So, like, let's say I was going to ask you for something, Red. If I really wanted to try to get you to give me something, whatever it is, I would say, hey, do me a favor, hold this for me, and I would get you to I give you a pen or something. I'm like, hold this for me, and you hold the pen for me, so you comply with my request. And then the next request would be like, hey, you think I could spot $20 from you or something like that? and there's a psychological aspect of this. It's used in real social engineering that it helps persuade the person to comply with your next question. So in that sense, if the government was going to do something, they would start with something small and then build into that. So just throwing that out there.
You think the government start by giving you something?
By giving you something? Here's $20, but we're going to need 50 back.
Right?
They do that with your taxes.
Here's your stimulus money, but we're raising your taxes by 40%.
Yeah. All right, where is this thing at?
I think we all just need to agree our country's fucked up.
Yeah, and it's like, look, I guess at the end of the day, right? Like, there's a price that comes with freedom, right? And that price could be kind of what's unfolding. And here's the other sad thing, man. Well, no, I can't really say that because there are a bunch of people out here that's really fucked up over this. But just I don't know, man. I think the mentality of this country in certain times is what's going to be the end of America. You know what I mean? If we as Americans can't come together, like literally, if we can't come together, I understand we have our differences, and I understand that we don't always agree, pro-life, pro-choice, fucking alphabet people and Proud Boys. I'm sorry, that's a suspect ass name. But anyways, whatever it is, we should be able to come together as Americans and be able to fight whatever is fucking with us. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be another country. But I mean, like I said, you can just take a look and see how we're doing the worst in the world, period. And it's like, I've heard excuse after excuse. Oh, the numbers are padded and this and that. And I don't trust the numbers and blah, 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 blah. I get it, dude. But we need to at least work on trying to get some shit done so we can get shit back open again, man. You know what I mean?
The answer is masks. Period. End of story. It doesn't
Put
matter. Just wear a fucking mask, and the numbers will go down.
Spelling Proud Boys BOI apostrophe S.
Boy.
Proud Boy.
Proud Boys.
Man, did you see that shit was like Proud Boys in Utah meet up with like a Black Lives Matter chapter and they talking peace, and I'm like, that's what's up. That's, you know what? That's like Bloods and Crips coming together. I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool with that. Like, I'm not a fan of BLM at all, man. Like, motherfuckers, I'll let you know quick as fuck, man. Because I always hate when people always, if I say Black Lives Matter or whatever, and they always quick to tell me about the organization. Bitch, I wasn't talking about the fucking organization. I ain't never donated a single dollar, nor do I know a person that has donated a fucking dollar to them. But whatever. But you see Bloods and Crips get together to try to better the community. Like, that's what needs to happen, man. But I know there's different Proud Boy chapters out there that ain't trying to cross over and fucking, shake hands with the opposition or the enemy. Right. And I think that's what's wrong. And regardless, of how you feel about Donald Trump, he is one person that is vocal as fuck about his hatred towards somebody, not his dislike or his distrust too, but this hatred. And so it's teaching people to not even want to sit down at the table to have the conversation, right? It's just fuck them. Cause I recently saw, and I know I'm just picking a single incident out of the bunch, but there was a French reporter that I saw this on Reddit, but there was like a French reporter and she was at some watch party at a bar or some shit for the presidential debate. And she asked some simple questions and they immediately was like fucking attacking the bitch, calling her like a liberal or some weird shit. And she's like, and she had the accent strong as fuck. And she was like, why? Well, because you look like one and this and that. It was like, yo, bro, like this is a French reporter, ain't got shit to do with America, over here covering this shit for French news. And you made yourself look like an ass. I don't know, man.
That dude definitely trips over his insecurity.
Look, but then again, look, but then again, man, I know there's some goddamn SJWs out there be trying to speak for the Democratic Party, and I'll be like, man, somebody go sit this fucking bitch down, son. Like, please, you were you were not the one, lady. You know what I'm saying? So look, I get it, man. There's people on all sides, but it's just, man, we really got to come together as a country, man. And it's like, it's just not gonna happen, man. It's really not until somebody gets in there, or there ends up being, you know, something equivalent to a 9/11, right? And what I mean by that is, we was united like a motherfucker, right? Like black people was no longer picked on. Like the Muslim was the most hated motherfucker in America. You know what I mean? Like it was a different time right after 9/11. You know what I'm saying? And it's just gonna take something like that to bring everybody back together on one accord to fucking get the ball moving in the right direction. But as for now,
I think it's space. We need to focus on space.
Space.
Get to fucking Mars and learn some shit.
Why? You going?
Hell no, I ain't going. Fuck no, you ain't coming back.
See, Ghost, I had this whole speech about coming together to move the ball forward, and you bring up space, but your ass ain't the first motherfucker to get in the rocket and shoot off. Come on. Think of how much your family is going to make by your ass shooting off into space.
Think about how cheap boats are in space.
The Discord link, is it not working? Let me take a look. Oh.
Is what not working?
Oh, this motherfucker.
It's talking about my Discord link.
Oh, shit.
Like, you started a Discord?
Yeah. I have a Discord.
Like Amazon Discord?
No. I have a different Discord. I just gotta figure out how the fuck I'm not really good with Discord. I get it all set up and then I forget about it.
I'm not a huge fan.
I like it. It's dope. I think Discord is
the last thing I want to do is sit in front of a fucking computer and chat with people on fucking Discord.
I think Discord is dope. I think it adds. I sent you an invite, Rad. If you check your email, I sent it so that you'll automatically join. But if you don't get it, hold on. I'll double check. I know I sent it to you. You fucking with me.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
Brad.
Brad.
Brad. Oh, Kenny Brad's here.
My random life.
Oh, right. Yeah, that guy.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh, left.
He's probably too high.
And Kenny leaves?
He's probably too high.
Yeah. Sitting there racing Lincoln right now.
All right.
Putting in work over here.
Brad, you have the link. And he's back.
Oh, I lost it. Ooh.
Kenny is back. Welcome back, Kenny.
Link. All right, there we go. Yeah, Discord's cool because you can have a place for like everyone to come and talk throughout the week or talk shit to each other or whatever. I sent it again. I emailed it to you. Yeah, Seraphina, it is set to not expire, so that's what's weird. It keeps having issues with that, though.
Hey, Kenny.
He left again. I think he might be having audio issues.
Or did he get sleepy?
He might have texted me. Sleepy. It is Kenny. That's very true. All right. Yeah, Discord, I spent a long time setting up Discord. Why the fuck is it still coming up? God damn it, Streamlabs.
G'day, mate.
Wait, a good day, mate. Is that Turkish? No, that's Chinese, right?
No, it's Foster's.
Mr. Red Life is here.
Yeah.
Oh. I think we all know what that sound is.
What you talking about, Red?
That's the intro to Paw Patrol, right?
Yeah,
some
Paw
shit
Patrol.
like that.
Yeah, Paw Patrol.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Yeah.
That's the new My Little Pony theme song.
I hate technology.
Oh.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Nope. Try again.
Fuck, man. I've been trying for like 30 minutes to get my headphones to work.
You know why? Fail.
Should have got Beats.
It's time to get new
No.
headphones, Kenny.
No.
Hey, I just
So
got
Kenny,
I just got your message, Brad, right here, like on Instagram. Cool. Yeah, send you the link right now.
And your headphones aren't working again.
Can you hear us,
Usually,
Kenny?
like, I'll be doing stuff,
motherfucker.
and like just like around 11:45, 12 o'clock, like in the morning, I'll get an email come through,
Yeah. And you're like, oh, I know who that
Like-
is.
and I was like, waiting. This bitch.
So Rad, what's up, man? What's the temp like out there on the Gold Coast or where the fuck you at?
Northern Territory.
Same shit.
Well, now that
Is it really-
fucking west,
Is it really north, though? I mean, can you be north, south of the equator?
it is 93 degrees Fahrenheit.
And it's not even summertime there yet.
Right.
And it's like 40% humidity.
Fucking Kenny.
That's like Phoenix heat.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's hot as shit. Screw all that. Actually, it's not that hot. That's like that's actually a nice day. We went to San Diego a couple weeks ago, and it was 80 degrees, and my girl was freezing. It was like 80 something. She was freezing.
Oh, it's like being in a.
Wait, what?
Being
Like
in
sorry,
you might find
just
that
tried.
interesting. Goes that is the email we just got about the end of the relief fund. Wait. Oh, hold
It's
on.
the end of the
I'm
world.
assuming you put it in Discord.
Uh,
but
But yeah,
Oh,
Donald Trump's gonna die.
gonna change the oil on Supermoto, but it's too hot.
It is kind of hot.
I'll do it when the heat goes down because I need to wash it as well.
All right. Sorry, I'm back. So 93. Oh,
Yeah.
how many miles you put on the the SM?
I've
Ti-
put
Or I'm sorry, kilometers. My
Tired of this
bad.
shit.
no,
How many
I've put-
kilometers?
So when I bought it, it had probably 800, 900 miles on the clock. Like
Oh, wow.
new. And then now it's probably got close to like 2,800 miles.
Oh,
Why
nice.
the
Okay.
fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Ghost, you do not get the privilege
Hey,
of din 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 the air horn, son. You were not playing music. That is this motherfucker.
So in English, it had 1,700 kilometers when I bought it. It's got like 3,500 or 3,600 kilometers on it. So,
Oh,
You're in
okay.
Australia. What do you know about English?
but it's going good. I just changing the oil every 500 kilometers to like 250, 300 miles.
So
is
like
it? Is
every day.
this Serafina? Is this like unemployment? What you're talking about, where you get 500 a week?
What?
Fuck.
Yeah, Canada Emergency Response Benefits, CERB. You get 500 a week. Wait, is this just normal? Like, are you like if you have a job, you still get this? Because it doesn't say unemployment.
But if she just get that shit, then you be
Yeah.
like, you know what? Yep, politicians America's fucked up individuals.
Yeah, is that like you just get it just
And
because?
I'm moving to Canada.
Right. Fuck that. I'm moving to Canada.
Canadian.
I don't know if I could go to
Can't
Canada.
hear
That'd be kind of I don't know, man. I just feel like not enough representation.
You don't make a very you don't really look like a Canadian, I don't think.
What are you trying to say? Black people don't look Canadian?
I mean,
Yeah,
not
that's
unless
kinda
they
what I'm
play
saying.
for the Raptors or some shit. Yeah.
That's racist.
Oh yeah,
That's
so they,
racist.
her answer was yes. So they just get that. Like that's just extra money they get. Well, Wait,
my
how?
God.
Wait, how long? It said
That's
until
your,
October.
That's your bike payment right there.
Wait, that said until
I would
October.
be
Hold
upset
on, hold
about
on,
getting a
hold
new
on.
bike. The government's paying for that shit.
How much of y'all syrup
500 a
reserve?
week. 500 a week. 500 a week for up to 28 weeks until October 3rd, whichever comes first.
Oh my my god, dude!
damn.
As soon as that started, I would have gone out and got a brand new bike. By the time fucking October came around, that bitch is paid for mostly.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Ghost and I would have had new bikes
Kenny
for
would have
free.
had a H2 for every day
Ghost
of the
would
week.
have had a third rate whistle.
My Monday H2, my Tuesday H2, my Wednesday H2.
Hey man, it'd be nice. I wish I had it like that.
Yeah, but I mean, really,
A
there's
different color for every week, for every day.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Never
Color
mind.
would you
Never
like?
mind.
I've got
Let me
I've
correct.
got
She
black,
said
black,
that
and black.
for unemployment, but you can also get it if you're down to a minimal hours. Yeah, so unemployment here is I don't know if that's just if you're just getting the 500. So the way it works here is you get a certain percentage, and then I don't know. I think they're doing it again, but then you get another $500 on top of your normal unemployment. Some shit like that. It's a lot of money. Well, Red, didn't you just go do that? Not.
What? Unemployment?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
So when you were doing it though, you made your normal. It was your normal plus whatever they were giving at the time, right?
Yeah, but the max you can get in California, even if you make
It's not
fucking
a lot.
200.
Yeah, it's not a lot.
Yeah, it's $450 a week, dude.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's
low.
$450 a week before.
Plus the 500 after that, whatever sign in.
Well, it was 600 or whatever.
Or 600. Yeah.
So yeah,
it was
shitty,
like, man. Yeah, it's
I mean,
super
but
shitty.
it's not. I mean, if you don't have shit, it's not bad. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't.
Yeah, if you don't have
It
like a lot
works,
of
you know what I
bills or
mean?
whatever. Yeah.
I mean, but yeah.
I think it sucks either way. We can't
God
all be like
damn it.
Kenny.
can't all be working at Amazon.
Hey, fuck it. You don't want to. Trust me. That's just
Apparently,
brutal.
you get promoted pretty quick there, even though you don't get a raise. I mean, they made you a trainer, so
Yeah,
Right.
They fucked up.
right.
You done fucked up, coach.
Here, sit
Hey.
down and watch YouTube
No, you
video
done fucked up, right?
You know there's an employee discount, Red?
at Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what is it? Fucking 5%?
Yeah, it's really low, but there is a discount. So you know where you put your coupon or code and stuff like that? You put your
Yeah.
employee discount code there, and it stays there. so
Hey, well, look, dude, I gotta buy this
it's
deal
already
coming up.
it's already attached to my account.
Well, then I'm gonna need you to go ahead and add my address, and then and you know you can pay with your credit card, and then just mail it to my house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll get right on that. It's a rough job. I'm not gonna lie. It's
So,
you know what?
do you get to listen to music or some shit?
No.
Like you guys,
No music. You're not allowed to have headphones. Yeah, it's not an easy job. It's rough, dude. It's pretty rough. I would not recommend it. But it's extra money, so I don't give a fuck. And it gets me out of the house to do stuff and things. So
You gonna get the wife and daughter to go work over at Amazon too?
hey y'all, it was good talking to y'all, but I gotta dip out. I got some shit going on, so much love.
He's
It was
raging.
good. It was
He's playing
good
video
arguing
games.
and
Later,
giving
man.
y'all all my 2 cents and all that good shit. But everybody be good. Kenny, make sure you do Kenny stuff, whatever that is. Like go to sleep in 10 minutes.
And take naps.
Right. And then bitch about working a fucking full day. Kenny stuff. All right, y'all. Peace.
Later, man.
Peace.
So I thought the Hangouts were like I was gonna have to start paying to do these because Google was gonna make the Hangouts only last an hour in the free version. But they're waiting until next year, I think, to implement it in March.
Huh.
And then you have to pay like Zoom to have like more than an hour long call in the Hangouts. Pretty shitty, but I guess if they're trying to compete,
They're just trying to make money.
He was getting it a while I was working, but the day they let me go due to lack of business, I went back on it. Okay. Got you. Yeah, a lot of that going on. Work is limited for a lot of people, unfortunately.
Not to me.
Yeah, same here. So, what happened with your crash? Like, how did it happen? If you want to jump in, I'll send you a link. Steve-O25 said, my brother worked at Amazon for 3 hours and quit. Said worked him like a dog. They do, man. It's crazy. And that is why when they asked if I wanted to like train people on the shit that I just learned, I was like, yes. Because that means I don't have to do it. I just teach people how to do it. Even though I don't know how to do it completely. They are super like crazy time, like they track everything. They have this thing called TOT, time off task. So if you're not doing what your job role is, they monitor that and then they start counting the minutes from the time you're not doing that. And if you get too much, they just fire you.
Fuck that. That's like some.
It's
That's
fucking brutal. So that's another reason why I wanted to do the training when they offered it, because you sign yourself in as a trainer, and so you're not tied, like you have more free time to like do stuff and not like rush so much. So
basically, you became a trainer so you could fuck around more.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Seraphine, I'll send you a link here. Hold on. What?
Who's coming in?
What?
Who is being invited in?
Hello, darkness, my...
Seraphina.
Okay.
Uno momento.
I don't know who they are, unfortunately.
Okay.
Well, it's what you get for living so far away.
Yeah. All right. The link has been sent. That's exactly what you get for living so far
Here
away
it
in California.
Freedom, maybe you'll meet some people.
So you've been riding your bike out, doing stuff and things in the hot ass weather?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've rode it a couple times.
You get home and clean those rims like right away?
Pardon?
You come home and clean those rims like right away?
No. I just clean it probably like once a week when I do the chain. I got this like wheel cleaner, and like you spray it on, and all the shit on your wheels goes purple. That.
And does it just spray off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pressure cleaner and hose it off, but I realized I have to clean my chain first before I spray the wheels. Because if I clean the wheels and then clean my chain, all the shit
Yeah,
from
it
the
gets
chain,
back on. Yeah.
and it's a lot, and it doesn't come off with that stuff. So.
Yeah, there's some good fucking wheel cleaners out there that I've had. Kenny has one. Kenny has a good wheel cleaner that he's used where like you just spray it on and then you just live it a little bit and you spray it and it's fucking clean as shit.
Yeah. Only problem is I've got spokes, not like the proper spokes.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really touch them. I just spray them with this wheel. Yeah. It just smells like fucking onions, though. It's disgusting.
It's organic. Is it a vegan cleaner? It's a fucking vegan cleaner, isn't it?
It's Bowden's own, called Wheelie Clean. It's an Australian company. They've got like really funny like product names.
Yeah.
So there's like snow foam. There's like snow job snow foam, and then happy ending cleaner.
Happy ending cleaner. That's wow. That's a good one.
So.
Hello. What's going on? How you do? So many questions.
Better than last week? Doing better than last week? That's all I got was for that one.
So what happened? Like, I don't know if you wanna.
Well, something kind of silly, makes me feel a little bit stupid, but we were driving down the road with a group of bikes, and you know how there's always those wonderful train tracks where where it's not quite so smooth, so everybody slows down for them? Well, the truck in front of me was slowed down and never took his brakes off and then stopped.
Huh.
So, of course, you're thinking in the back of your mind, oh, they're just slowing down. They're going to keep going. They didn't keep going. So my bike doesn't have my old bike didn't have ABS.
Oh.
So I
Too
locked
much.
up the tires and ended up eating gravel.
Oh, but you didn't go over. You just kind of fell, like they went sideways and you fell sideways and slid, or did you
Yeah,
did they lock up and you go over?
I didn't go over. We went over I went over sideways because it just basically like my rear end slipped out. Everything just. I guess I must have locked up both tires and just everything went wholesale. So as I was falling, I could. Huh?
You went
Full
full
sail.
send. Yeah.
Yeah. It was not a fun time. I ended up hitting the ground so hard that I couldn't breathe, and I ended up just rolling like a turtle onto my back and stayed there. I'm not moving.
Yeah.
I really thought I broke my arm.
Later, coconut. Yeah, that's rough. That's a good idea to like lay there for a minute because your adrenaline is going to figure out like, okay, am I dead?
Well, I
was
was
something
certain
broken?
I was pretty certain I broke my hand because I landed on. I had two fingers that I couldn't do anything with. They hurt so badly, and my shoulder. I wasn't sure. I was thinking it was dislocated because it was just so much pain.
Yeah.
And they were asking me questions, and I'm like, "Yeah, I hit my head, yes, but I can still see. I saw everything."
Yeah, you were caught.
I wish I hadn't seen everything.
So they totaled it out, huh?
Yeah, they totaled it out, and the worst part about it is there was nothing mechanically wrong with the bike.
That's kind of how it normally happens, is it? Unless you, yeah. Do you already know what you're getting next, or still thinking about it?
I have no idea. I got the news today, right? And I found out I still owe 4,400 on it. So the majority of the money I'm getting for the bike is going towards that.
Did you have Gap?
I do have gap insurance.
All right, so you'll come out just like with just a little bit of money, kind of.
Yeah, and even if I'd had gap would have only worked if I owed more
yeah.
than what insurance covered.
You would have came out clean versus owing anything, right?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So I ended up I'm gonna be getting. They said 5,700, which will leave me with just a little over $1,000 to put into a deposit for a new bike.
Are you going new or are you going used? You're not sure.
Newer.
Gotcha.
Definitely not going with another 2014 FZ09 because way too much throttle issues. That bike had such a. I actually, the part that really bites is I literally just got the bike running perfect.
Yeah,
I had gone in. Yeah, I had to adjust something in the throttle position sensor because it was acting really stupid. It was trying to throw me off. And I got it running perfect, got it the way I wanted, and then this asshole. And I wasn't even supposed to be out that day. I was supposed to be cleaning the garage.
That's what you get. Not cleaning the garage. No. Yeah, that's fucked up. That's the worst. I mean, anytime you crash on a bike, it sucks. It's so. It's such a. Is that the first time you've crashed?
I wish it was. I was thinking back on it. I've been riding for 5 years, and there's not a year I haven't dumped it once.
Oh. Yeah. I mean,
I'm thinking silly things like the one time I got stung by a bee in my neck, and I was trying to go to the side. Most of it's on this bike because the cruiser, if I did the same maneuver, I would have been fine because the brakes on a cruiser are shit. So it would never have locked up.
Yeah.
The brakes on a sports bike, they lock up.
ABS is one of those things that you don't know you need them till you need them.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking every single one of these things that I've done, I've locked up. I'm like, why have I not bought ABS bike already. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna that's the big requirement on my next bike is I want ABS.
Yeah, the GSX
Specifically
doesn't
cornering
have.
ABS.
Yeah, the Daytona has the new Daytona has cornering ABS.
Yeah, I've been looking at a few different bikes that have it, and my insurance company is going to love me when I tell them, "Oh, I would like to get a new a new bike that has really really good ABS." Oh, it's only $28,000.
Yeah, that's
Only
a
28.
lot of bike.
Because the new R1M has cornering ABS. Can you imagine? They would hate me. They would be like, "You had an accident. No, we're not letting you have that bike."
I like the R1. I don't know if I would spend that much on an R1 though. I don't. Not on an
I don't
R1.
know if I would either, but I mean the fact that it has what I want. I mean, I could. I was looking and I
No
see
Ducati.
that some of the 650 Ninja now has it now too.
Oh really? Huh.
Yeah, I think I saw that on there. They call it what did they have it as? I remember seeing something like one of the smaller CC bikes does have it.
I think the Ducatis have them now, right?
Wouldn't
They got
surprise
the
me.
Bosch one.
It's they should have it. Like why is this not a thing on every bike
Well,
that
a lot of people
is
don't
not set
like
up for
ABS.
wheelies? Yeah, I'm not a stunter, so I'm not a stunter, and I have panic braking, so I'm better off with it.
Yeah, I've been fortunate with the GSX that the brakes aren't like super touchy, so anytime I've had to
Oh,
brake, I've been able to control it a bit.
the power on the FZ09's brakes are ridiculous. Like you touch them, and they're on.
Yeah.
And I actually had just done a little adjustment on them, and they were a little bit stronger because they were getting the lever was actually contacting the pipe. So the pipe was getting in the way and wasn't letting me use the brakes. So we made it a little adjustment so that I could actually use the rear brakes.
Mm-hmm.
I had an issue where I had an exhaust leak. So I had to adjust the pipe, which brought it too close to the lever. So I had to adjust the lever, and then the brake was very, very touchy, as strong as the front brake.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, yeah.
So too much.
The rear brake's supposed to be less.
Oh yes.
A lot more spongier. It's just spongier.
Yeah, yeah. Just not as strong. How about that?
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
So I admit I'm kind of halfway convinced that I might want to. I was considering getting myself a Softail Harley.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had a chance to try them over a 3-month period, and I really liked the way they rode.
They were very comfy. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a chance. I had to do a lot of test riding on them, and they were. I didn't ride one that I didn't like.
Yeah. There's something to be said for being able to ride hours and hours and hours and hours.
Pretty comfy.
If I'm gonna do, if I want a bike for that, then I'll go for the Street Glide.
Yeah.
Big bike. Yeah.
It is a big bike.
It's a big bike.
No, it's not really all that big. Like I had no problems riding them. I was actually riding everything. They had me on working with bikes that were way heavier than I could even put on a lift. But the second you got riding them, you didn't feel like you had this massive ass bike.
Yeah, I think most bikes are like that. It's when you come to the stoplight.
I had no issues. I was driving electric glides, no issues. And I'm talking like the ones with the stage 4 upgrades. Nothing, no issues.
Yeah,
like
they're really not
heavy-ass
as big as you think. I mean, that fairing doesn't add a whole lot of weight.
No, it really doesn't. You don't even feel the top trunks. Like maybe it would be different if they were fully loaded.
No,
But
it's still not that heavy.
I didn't feel like once they're moving, the bike was comfortable. They were steady, and good God, my FZ09 was having fun keeping up with one of those suckers because they were so torquey.
Yep. Well, as long as you don't drop them, usually, you don't have to worry about the weight.
Mm-hmm.
The weight.
But that's why I was thinking I would probably go with a Softail if I was going to go with a Harley.
Yeah.
Though Street Glide, I got a chance to try a 2020 Street Glide. I did a PDI on it, and it had 5 kilometers on it. So this thing was fresh.
Yep.
Oh,
They are nice.
love.
They're much more customizable than a sport bike is.
Well, much more customizable from the factory.
Yeah.
Ehart said, "How much to buy it back? Make a project out of it."
No, it would not be possible to buy it back because the way they were describing it, like I would have to pay them $3,000, and I wouldn't get any money back. So I was just like, you know what? Keep the bike. Give me my extra parts off it. It was going to end up costing me more money than I have, and I was still going to have a loan afterwards.
Sevo25 said he has a Street Glide. This is the best Harley he's ever had.
Yeah, they're amazing bikes.
I got no
amazing. And having worked there, I actually know a lot of the issues that have happened with these bikes, so I would know what to look for. Because there's not very many on the newer ones. There was a few fun little issues on the older ones.
I don't know.
More than a few.
I have no idea what. If I was gonna buy a bike right now, I have no idea what I would get.
Yeah, okay, that's why I figure I'm gonna save up over the winter and see what I get. I just kind of wish I'd jumped on another offer. Someone offered me.
But I mean, aren't bikes cheaper in the winter for you guys?
Huh?
Aren't bikes cheaper in the winter for you guys?
Well, people are trying to sell them so they don't have to pay winter storage.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, winter storage is winter storage. It goes in my garage and I keep it. And
yeah.
I mean, it's not it's less now than it used to be, because before you would pay your insurance for the summer and then there's nothing for the winter. You pay insurance here all year round now. There's no such thing as paying insurance for the summer months. They do like an equal billing situation where they'll charge you they'll charge you the same amount all year round, even though the insurance in the summertime would have been higher if you'd paid it.
They're learning from the electric companies, you mean? Because the electric companies
exactly.
Do that. Yeah.
So that's what they do here. So which means your bike they don't have any kind of, you can't just put your bike on fire and theft. You just can't do it. It just doesn't happen. Even if the bike's not running, you just don't get to insure it then.
Fucking dog.
I actually have a second bike in my garage. However, it is not running right now, so I can't insure it, which means I'm going to have to let my insurance go for 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not happy with me. A 1981 Honda Goldwing.
Goldwings are badass.
Yeah, especially the older ones. They're pretty cool. This one, I actually just had the seat redone on it, and I have to, once my shoulder's feeling a little bit better, I'm going to go out there and rebuild the steering stem, which is the big issue with the bike right now.
Ehart, you have a link, I think, if you want to jump in. Yeah. I don't know. Bike projects are for Kenny to do. Right, Kenny?
Yeah. The other option I have is Sir Berg, my fiance. He has a little 94 Ninja, like 1994 Ninja, sitting in his garage. That's 650. It's either a 650 or a 600. I don't know what the numbers on it. All I know is it was an inline 4, and he has it sitting there, waiting for me to rebuild the top end.
Those are
might do that.
The boxy looking ones.
Oh, it's ugly as shit, but you know what? It would get me on 2 wheels again.
Yeah. Is it the green and white colors?
Huh?
Is it green and white?
No, not green and white. The plastics on it were like purple, and then a mixture of other colors.
Purple and black.
That retro,
Something like that.
Yeah, that retro looking. Yeah, well,
And
it's retro
unfortunately,
now, but then it wasn't.
it's been dropped a few times, so the paint on it is shit. The bike is shit. But you know what? It would be something I could work on and something I could ride. Our original goal was to take all the mirrors and all the extra electrical crap off it and turn it into a track bike.
Mm-hmm.
Once we're living in the same freaking country.
Yes, the purple and black one, Mothman. I think it's the 600.
It is a 600.
Yeah, I think so. Like I knew that it wasn't. I didn't think it was 650, but I knew it wasn't. It's not low. It's not smaller than that.
Yeah.
That was my first bike.
Was it?
Except it was green and white.
Did you buy it used? It was already used when you got it.
Yeah, I did buy it in 1994. So.
Mm.
But yeah, I bought mine. It had been sitting in somebody's garage for 10 years. And put a new battery in it, replaced all the rubbers, redid the forks. Just like new.
Yeah,
I think it had 11,000 miles on it when I bought it.
Oh, wow.
This one, we got it. This guy was paying Sean to rebuild it. And then Sean got sick and wasn't able to finish it. And the guy went away. He was in the reserves and he actually got pulled into active service.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that works or not, but he got pulled into active service, so he wasn't around. So he didn't care, obviously, that the bike wasn't done. And then when he got back, he's like, I don't even want to ride anymore. Would you like to buy the bike from me?
Yeah.
So we ended up buying it. And it was...
Yeah.
Oh, this one needed so much work.
Yeah, it actually looks like a dope bike. Like it can be.
It could be. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's the one.
I bet they make like a cafe racer kit for this thing.
Fuck that. Keep the fairings on it. Keep that old school sport bike look to it.
Well, I mean, the problem is the fairings on it are scratched to hell and back. Like it's been dropped a bunch of times.
Yeah, see, this is what mine looked like. The green and white colors.
Yeah.
I love that.
The other one, yeah, it was that similar purple, but it was like a base of purple.
Yeah. Those were cool old bikes, man. I wish I wouldn't have got rid of mine.
Yeah, the goal is to fix it. Like I know for a fact that I also probably have to take it apart and redo the clutch again because the clutch has been sticking. So I have to get in there and figure out what's going on with the clutch. And now that I've actually done clutches outside of just taking it apart in a backyard garage, I've actually had to rebuild the clutches in school.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more prepared for this bike.
That's always a good thing.
Yeah, I just wish I wished here we didn't have to have a full license to do any type of work on bikes outside of your own garage and your own bikes. But if I were caught trying to like charge for doing even oil changes, I could get really really big fine, yeah.
Canada.
Yeah, they want you to be a Red Seal mechanic.
No, they want you to pay to go to mechanic school. That's what they want. They don't give a shit if you want to be a mechanic or not.
They want you to take out a loan.
Actually, you don't have to. You don't have to pay
you just
to go to
pass
school.
the test.
Well, there's a test, yeah, but what it is you have to go through the apprenticeship, and they pay you to do the like they'll actually supplement your wages to the shop that you're working for. They'll supplement your wages, and then you get sent to school. And if you pass, they pay you to do the school. If you then you go back and you do another like year of apprenticeship, then they pay you again to go to school. And then if you pass everything and you do very, very well, they'll actually give you like I think they said it was like a $5,000 bonus to go through, and they'll actually pay you to learn a trade. However, it's strict. You have to get them to sign off on everything, and you have to be able to prove proficient. However, I guess in some cases, the shop they lost their Red Seal mechanic,
Mm-hmm.
so they were able to sign a person's paperwork early and make them pass at least the apprenticeship portion of it, as long as they pass the written portion in the test. The guy actually got the red seal beforehand. Most shops aren't going to do that. It's very highly known. It's a big no-no. But there's actually a spot in the book that says that the shop can sign that says they're proficient in this entire book. We don't have to sign anything further.
And I give you
I think
their
that's more for people coming into the country and having already had years in the trade.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a intriguing process. It's just a long one, right?
It's kind of hard to find those schools around here, right? Like I think
There
you
are
have, to
none
go to,
in
you have to go to
California.
Arizona for them, right?
You have to go to Florida.
No, I think there's one in Arizona. I'm pretty
there's-
sure there's one in
there might be one.
Arizona.
There's also one in Cleveland, Ohio.
You would think that that'd be
Um,
like like a junior college type thing. Like it's a fucking like you can it just doesn't make sense. Like they used to
Well, I
teach
mean, it's
mechanic
both-
schools in high school. Like
Yeah, but it's different because how much of the population need cars?
right,
A
I'll
shit
get you.
ton.
I get you. Yeah.
And working on bikes, you've got it's so much money because you can't just like with a car. At least you could have people bring their car in, and you could have a mechanic stand beside them, and they do stuff. Whereas with bikes, at least here, the bikes that are in the shops in the school are never ever going to be used again. The only way they leave that school is to go and get destroyed. They
just
do
keep
not.
taking them apart and rebuilding them.
Yeah, and they do not. They will never resell them. They actually, it's against the law for them to try and sell any portion of this bike.
Hmm.
They literally have to go through and drill holes in every piece of plastic, fairing, covers, so that nothing can be reused.
Why? I like.
If it's a donation, that's what they end up forcing.
Oh, they're donated
the one
bikes,
that
so they don't want them to make money off of the donation kind of thing.
Exactly. So they can't make money off their donations, so they can't get rid of them. So the only bikes that they can do that with legally are they had one bike where they got funding to buy it. They actually bought an FC07, and the poor things, somebody dinged it up the very first year they had it. I can't remember what they did, but they did something, and our teacher was so pissed off. He's like, "You realize we literally just got funding. Bought this bike because I wanted something new, and you assholes."
Ruined it for everybody else.
Yeah, they had some pretty freaking cool bikes. They had one bike. They had the first production bike off the line. They got that donated.
The first
by
production of what brand?
It was one of the bikes that they had a racer's name on it. They used it in a couple of magazines for photo shoots, and we went and we looked at the VIN number and compared against the VIN the first number of bike. Like they actually tell you in their tools what the first VIN number for that bike was. That was production, and we had it in the shop.
That's cool.
It was pretty neat, and it had racing slicks on it that were well loved. And this bike had been torn apart so many times, the whole thing taken down and put back together again.
Yeah, that'd be cool to do. I feel like that'd be fun to learn, like the actual school.
Oh yeah, it was very, very interesting. The hardest part was the first semester. They did a lot of small engine stuff, so things like weed trimmers and stuff like that, because they wanted you to get used to the little engines first before you started taking apart the big engines.
Mm-hmm.
In second semester, the engine they had me and my partner working on, we took apart an 1100 V-Star engine.
So how long is that type of training? Like how is it, like a year, 2 years?
The class that I took was 48 weeks.
Oh, not that bad.
That was the first class, and that does not get me any kind of certification. It just gets me a diploma that looks good for when I go in for my apprenticeship. From there, the apprenticeship is 2 or 3 years, maybe
Jesus.
more. And in that 2 to 3 years, you have 2 class sessions of 8 weeks that you have to do each year, and you cannot. Generally, you do not do them in the same. Like it would be like a 8 weeks before Christmas, 8 weeks after Christmas situation, where the first group would go in the first 8 weeks, and then the one after Christmas would be the year 2 people. And you usually have about a year between your training.
I'm curious how that's in the United States. That seems a little
It's
crazy.
definitely not that strict down there.
I would say it seems a little less
Yeah,
excessive.
no, it is, but I mean, then you make sure that because you're still working. Like it's not like you're. I assume down there you could get your diploma, but they're not going to throw you right on to rebuilding engines.
Probably
It's still
not.
going to be a learned trade, right?
I don't know. That's kind of where I'm curious.
I don't know.
Works
They
there.
teach you how to ride in a parking lot and then throw you on the freeway. So
I mean, they do that here too, but I mean, it's how are you going to teach a person to ride on the freeways without first, getting them into the parking lot and working with them? It wouldn't be really feasible for a person to do large group rides with a bunch of beginners. Oh my God, that would be heinous. And I'm not going to drive, and it's illegal to carry a passenger for the first 90 days here.
You can't carry a passenger until you get a license here. So you have a permit, but you can't carry a passenger.
It's a little different here. We have our beginners, which is considered a license. However, it's only 90 days. And then after 90 days, then you're forced to take the test to get your motorcycle 2 license.
Yeah. So here you go in and you take your written test, and then you get your permit. And the permit, does that expire like a year or something like that? So you have a long time, and you can just ride with your permit, but you just can't ride at night, and you can't ride with a passenger.
Yeah, that's for ours.
Oh yeah, and you can't ride on the freeway.
The only restriction for a person with an M2 license is no alcohol. After 90 days, you can have a passenger, you can ride at night, you can go on the freeway.
You can ride
all of the other restrictions that an M, like the beginners have, gone except for 0% alcohol tolerance. Like you're not allowed to have a single drink. And then as soon as you hit the full M license, which is what I have, you can drink. However, yeah, exactly, regular standard. I don't do it though because it's stupid. I don't feel that having a drink is worth risking my life, especially if you have that drink and you get into an accident. How much are they going to turn it on you? A lot. So I'd rather arrive alive and not have anyone be able to say anything about my riding.
Yeah. I mean, I'll have a beer for going somewhere and we're going to be there like 2 hours. But if it's going to be like super short, I'm not going to drink a beer. And by beer, it's definitely not an IPA. It'd be like a fucking very low level beer.
Yeah, I just try not to, just because they say once you have that second drink, then then at that point you're 70% more likely to have an accident.
Yep.
No, thank you. That's a good enough percentage for me. And as you see, I have enough difficulty keeping up on 2 wheels. I don't need.
Yeah, that happens to everybody. I think everyone has their moments, right? So.
Yeah, I think so too. But I mean,
What up, Moto XJ? How you doing, my guy? I mean,
all right, guys, I gotta finish up this project. Yeah, I started part of it, but I can't finish it up until everybody's done, and they wouldn't give me clearance till 9:30. So.
Work project.
Yep. Yep. Anyways, I'll catch you guys next week.
All right, man.
All right. See you.
See ya.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. I crashed the GS. I crashed not the GS. I crashed the Ninja 650 twice. Well, like my first time, I had the bike for like 2 months. That was the first time I've ever riding, and then I used to just ride it like around my block, like literally like up and down the street, just to get used to it. And so I didn't even have insurance on it. And then my friend's like, "Hey, let's go riding, whatever." And I was like, "Okay." So I got insurance on it, and then I crashed it on the way home. And I mean, I just bought it, so I don't know why they covered it, but they did. It was like $6,000 worth of damage, and all the fairings were fucked up. It's with it was like a new model, so like I had to wait for a long time because all the parts were still in Japan, right? They didn't have anything.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, I can see why they would cover it if it's brand new. Mine
it was brand new, yeah.
Mine was 6 years old.
Yeah, that probably makes a big difference in the value of the bike, right?
Just 1 year, it brings
Makes a
up the
difference,
value
yeah.
of the bike to $7,000.
Mm-hmm.
For me, what they said, the reason they wrote it off was if the blue book value and the cost were there needed to be a 40% difference.
Okay.
So only they would if it was above that 60% threshold, it was a write off.
Gotcha. You chilling outside,
this
Mr.
is-
Moto XJ? Yeah, I don't
And-
know. I don't know the rule. I don't know like necessarily the rules here, other than if it's frame damage, then it's a write off. But I don't know like what percentages there are.
You should have seen the bills that they wrote up. It was ridiculous. I didn't know that I had extremely expensive levers on that bike. They wrote down the price for the levers was $287 a piece.
Sounds about right. If there are what's that company starts with R? Rizoma levers are usually
They might have had
even the RSV, like the levers that I have on my old Daytona. I think those run about 200, 220 a pop. I don't know what they are now. That was in 2014 when I got them. So
I can tell you exactly what they had here. Let's see.
good levers are fucking expensive, man.
I have a part number. Let me see if I can grab that part number and Google it.
Oh, you were doing longer. Yeah, ASV too. ASV levers are expensive too.
It was a billet brake lever.
A billet brake lever?
It says.
Hmm.
Yeah, Yamaha factory one, billet brake lever.
Oh, OEM. Maybe because it's OEM.
Maybe.
Yeah, OEM levers are probably usually pretty expensive as well. Yeah.
It's one you can pick up off of the Yamaha's website, which makes a lot of sense to me because the person who owned the bike before me I could tell they dropped some money on Yamaha specific parts, even if they weren't stock on the bike.
Yeah, the aftermarket from the manufacturer. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know that they had at least one. They had the. Oh shit! I forgot to ask them for that. I asked them for a bunch of parts off the bike, and I forgot about the charger for the charging port.
Oh, the cable to the battery.
Yeah, I might as well ask them for that one too.
Those aren't too expensive though.
I know, but why pay for them again?
Yeah, you're not wrong. Only thing I took from my Ninja was the windscreen, because I had like all the stickers on it and whatnot. But that was it.
Makes sense.
I hadn't really done any mods. I did the bar grips, and that's it. I think I didn't really. Oh no, I did have levers.
I had this bike so modded, it was stupid. Well, not so modded. I mean, there's definitely people who do it more, but I mean, I had the one thing I asked for is I asked for my turn signals because I just bought the TRS turn signals with the pink halos.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted those back because they were $105 I spent like 3 weeks ago.
When I totaled my the Ninja, my biggest thing was I just spent a whole day play barring, polishing, and waxing the bike, and I was like, man, I spent all day doing that. Like I spent so much time.
Yeah, putting that time and effort in it is definitely frustrating. I the big thing the big expense that sucks is I actually had I put a custom exhaust on that bike. Like everybody, you know, why wouldn't you, right?
Yeah.
I put one of the Tosh exhausts, so it made
Okay.
it sound amazing. And now
Yeah.
I got to start all over again from scratch with someone else with a new bike.
But I don't know the prices of Toast. They're not too expensive though, as exhausts go, though, right?
$1,300.
Oh man, it was a full system. It had to be a full system, right?
Well, mine wasn't the full system, but they quoted the full system to the insurance company.
Oh, okay.
The not full system, if you're willing to cut your stock exhaust, because an FZ09 doesn't do slip-ons. You have to actually physically cut the stock exhaust so you can put the slip-on on.
Mm-hmm.
And it was $900.
Mm-hmm.
So not cheap. And then there's the $250 to flash the ECM to it.
Oh yeah, because you got to make those changes.
Mm-hmm.
Were you
Because
running
it's
a
a cat
power
delete.
commander?
I wasn't, but I did a cat delete, so I needed to have it, tweaked just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually took it to a shop and had them change the settings for me.
Yeah. I mean that.
Thank God I didn't put a
that's
power
like
commander in it.
Yeah. You'd have to pull that out too. That would suck.
They wouldn't let me take that. I would have been hooped. They wouldn't let me take my exhaust.
Yeah, that sucks. Crashing in general,
Yeah.
it's such a weird experience because it's so surreal. Because like, you're always in your head like, oh fuck, this is really happening.
Yeah, I
Like,
went out to the garage today, and I'm like, I was looking at the spot where my bike usually sits, and I'm like, I'm not used to this spot being vacant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I remember that. Now I have to.
It's why I gotta stop myself from immediately replacing it.
Well, and winter's coming up for you, so you have time, right? So that's cool.
I know, but it still sucks because I ride during the wintertime.
Oh, okay.
However, my shoulder's not good enough to ride right now.
Does it get sore?
I'm going through physio right now for the shoulder. I didn't rip anything, but lifting my hand over my head is still painful.
Mm-hmm.
Putting any weight on the shoulder is painful. So a sports bike right now would not be the way to go.
Probably wouldn't be very fun.
No, I mean I have a hard enough time pushing a shopping cart.
Yeah, I like SC Project. That's actually what I'm thinking about doing for the Daytona, the new one, SC Project. I just hope they come out with a full system. But
yeah, Tosh is definitely a nice system.
yeah, it's so much
I haven't
money
seen
to
this
put into
SC
bike.
Project. Yeah, I mean, like you put so much, and then it's just over. Like, the typical rear fender, the rear end tidy, and the new turn signals and new windscreens.
I made the video on my GSX 750, and I was like, oh, I'll just talk about all the mods. And then as I started listing them, I was like, holy fuck, I've got some. I didn't realize like they just add up. The little things just add up. You're like, man,
They really do.
I've put too much money on this bike.
Yeah. The last thing I asked him before I walked away, like the shop I asked for off the bike, I'm like, I want my Gremlin bell because I need my luck back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should just burn that Gremlin bell.
Let that one go and get a new one.
Burn it into something
or
else.
Have someone wait for someone to give you a new one. That's the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah, that one's got some bad luck. And want to hear the other good part is? I looked literally about 2 days before that happened. I took the last payment for
Mm-hmm.
the V-Star, so I literally had no bikes. I had just signed the new ownership over.
To someone else.
so I went from in 1 week from telling my insurance I have one bike. I have no bikes.
No bikes.
It's definitely stupid.
I got my.
And eco billing is fucking me.
What's eco billing?
For the insurance on the bikes.
Oh, I've never.
Because I have my car with them.
Mm-hmm.
My insurance.
You're gonna go.
I went from one bike to no bikes, and my insurance is only going down like $70 a month.
Oh, that's because you get a multi-card or multi-vehicle discount thing when you have like all these vehicles. I put the
Yeah.
I added.
But the thing is, $200 is what I'm supposed to be paying a month for bikes, and it's going to sound $70.
I added the new Daytona, and they only added $50 to my bill for full coverage and everything. I was like, okay. And I go through AAA, so I'm like, all right, like full coverage, everything. They're like, yep. I'm like, all right, we're good.
Yeah, I pay for full coverage on. Well, I did pay for it on the FZ09, and for the FZ09, it was $121 a month. The V-Star was $77 a month.
Yeah, I pay. I think it's $389 or something like that. $380 something for one car and 3 motorcycles, with all of them having full coverage and low deductibles. So I don't want to. I hate. That's one thing I learned when I was younger is high deductibles will fuck you. when you're young and you don't have money, and you have $1,000 deductible because it was cheaper, and you're like, how am I gonna come up with $1,000? You know. So now that I've gotten older, I'm like, I just do the $250 deductible, so I know like it's not gonna break the bank.
I think the minimum in Ontario is a $500 deductible now. They've changed it. They used to be you could get $300, but then they standardized it, so you could only get $500. But if you had $300, you're grandfathered in.
Right. Yeah, mine's $250.
I have $300 on my car. My bikes are $500.
When I got my first street bike, full coverage was $2,200. Had another bike for 1 year. $2,200. What's that?
I hear
$183 a month.
Yeah, I understood that California had very similar, like really high rate insurance rates.
What was that? Had what?
That you had similar high rates because we have you had pretty close to what we have here.
Oh, okay.
Like Sean, he pays like $30 a month. No. Yeah, maybe $30 a month for the insurance on his 650 in Ohio.
Oh, that's cheap as shit.
I know, right? It sucks.
But it's also a 650, not a 600. So it's a different type
It's
of
also
bike.
not a sports bike.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. So it's a different
He
type
has
of bike.
he has the Bergman 650.
I don't remember what I paid for my 650. I don't remember. So they're giving you a new helmet?
Yeah, the helmet's getting replaced. The jacket's getting replaced.
Sweet.
So they're not giving me the full amount for the helmet. They're giving me a depreciated amount.
Oh, damn. Yeah, here they just give you $500 for a helmet.
No, I didn't get 500, but I mean, they'll pay for the helmet, which is they're gonna cover $290 towards the new helmet, and I think the helmet's gonna cost me. Well, the good thing is the helmet itself was like $340.
Oh, so you didn't lose too much on it.
Didn't lose too much, and the shop is going to trade me. They want my old helmet so they can put it up on display of how safe, like what a good full face helmet will do for you. So they're gonna give me a little bit of money off for providing them with the demo model.
That works. Whatever
And I'm
deals
like,
you
it's
can
probably
make.
gonna. Yeah, and I kind of laughed. I'm like, so you're leaving my stickers on there?
Some free promotion.
My free promotion all the way around. They probably will take my stickers off.
That's funny.
But yeah. Oh, it was pretty. It was pretty good. I appreciated the fact that they were going to give me a little bit of a discount. Probably not much, but I mean, anything helps.
Yeah, especially when you got to buy everything brand new again. It gets
The fun one is
expensive.
the jacket. The jacket is going to end up costing me 400 US.
What jacket was it?
Have you ever heard of Six Gear?
Mm-mm.
It's a company based out of New York. No, company based out of Georgia. They actually make custom textile jackets,
Okay.
and I had this jacket made for me 2 years ago.
All right, that's
And it
cool. How
was
they do
gonna
the
cost.
custom.
Yeah, they basically, my jacket was done one of their basic styles, but instead
Fitted.
of using all black, they used pink.
Mm.
So like the base of the jacket black, all the threads were pink, all the padding was pink. And then they sewed my YouTube channel logo into it.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So I'm getting the same kind of concept, but a simpler design, because I found that I really wasn't a huge fan of all the big old pads that are on this thing. However, they're what saved my life, because I actually didn't have the armor pads in the jacket. I had just the ones that were built onto the jacket,
Uh-huh.
and they saved me from road abrasion and from too much injury.
That's always a good thing. I remember when I crashed, it was just mainly my knee because I didn't have riding pants. But everything else I was good.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be looking into investing in more riding pants. I refuse to wear the riding jeans because I think they're ugly as shit. But they've made a few upgrades on ladies' tights,
Uh-huh.
so I'm gonna be doing those. More of those.
Oh, okay. Like the ones that go under that are padded or like protected, put under your
They
normal clothes?
don't. These ones don't go under. These ones are actually like, how girls always like to wear black
Yeah,
tights.
yeah.
These ones are tights that have pockets for armor,
That's
and
cool.
they are Kevlar.
That's cool.
I actually picked them up out of a company I actually ordered them in from California.
So they're making more.
But Joe Rocket has made a few.
Yeah, riding pants are. I mean, literally, they're just like jeans, just made from Kevlar. My biggest concern is it gets hot, and I'm like, how hot am I gonna get in those things?
Honestly, with the tights, I didn't really notice it. The biggest thing for me was only having one pair, and then having to like I would be able to wear them every couple of rides.
Mm-hmm.
Wash them
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
again. And I just don't really like the reason I won't wear the jeans is I think that the styles of them are just ugly.
I mean, they're definitely unique when you look at them for riding jeans. They're just. I mean, you could tell. You look at them, you're like, oh, those are riding jeans.
Exactly, and I don't like. I would rather people not realize that I'm wearing safety gear, and that's actually what the I mean, yeah, you could tell, you could see the armor pads underneath mine, but you couldn't. They didn't look like they were riding. If I took the pads out, you wouldn't see them any different.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd still be protective. They would just not be impact protective.
I'm tired. I'm freaking. I've been working that other job, the Amazon thing, man, every day. Been brutal.
So what do you do? Work from home?
Huh?
You work it from home, or?
Well, so I've been working from home since March, and then I was kind of tired of being home, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get a second job where I can actually go out. So I went and I saw a thing at Amazon. So I was like, oh, I'll just go. They just opened up like right near my house. So I was like, I'll go apply. So I applied and I ended up getting the job. And I say that only because there was a point in time where I'm like, do I really want to do this? Hopefully I won't get it. And but yeah, so I just started this week, and it's 6 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. And then I normally start my day job around 7 in the morning, 7:30, 8. So all week it's been getting used to that schedule. So I've been
Yeah, working a second job would suck.
yeah. So the only reason I'm doing it though is that's all
Just to
fun money. It's all fun money. All that money is gonna be like, all right, get the Daytona wrapped and buy an exhaust, and like that's all that's for. And I don't even know how long it's gonna last. Yeah, exactly. It's that money where I don't have to save up a month or two to buy something. It's like, oh, I'm buying now. There's no guilt. It's like that's extra money. But
yeah, I'm just hoping to
I'm
get the
definitely
first
working
one.
for it.
I have a guy actually went to a shop today to order my helmet. Not today. I'm sorry, yesterday. And I had put in my application to work in the service department for even to be a service writer.
Mm-hmm.
And my resume, when I went in yesterday, the guy that was looking at my resume said, "I sent this up to our hiring manager. Have they called you yet?" So I'm not sure whether I'm going to get a call or not, but I might actually get a call to go and work for the local dealership,
That'd be
which
cool.
will be good.
Yeah.
It won't be obviously an apprentice this time. However, I told them I want to work in the industry. So whether it's selling freaking motor clothes or
You just want to be
putting
in there,
together,
like your foot in the door kind of thing. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they do a lot of hiring within. And I have the one thing that they required to become an apprentice. They wanted a person to have the schooling first. So now if anyone else tries to get in there before me, I'd be like,
You're
I
already
have
there.
this and 4 months. Sorry, 3. I have 89 days. 89 days as an apprentice.
Yeah. They have a 90-day or 30-day policy at Amazon. So, I mean, I've done IT all my last 10 years has been in IT or, computer security. So, I'm like, you know what? As soon as it's open, I'm going to try to get into like an IT position. Because what I'm doing now is rough. That shit is. I see why they have such a high turnover rate.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming you're doing like a customer support position.
I work on it's a warehouse. Warehouse work, yeah. I haven't done. Keep in mind, I haven't done manual labor since I was in high school. I've been like, you know what I mean? Like I've been working like last 10 years have been like IT and computer stuff, right? So
I get you because I was working in call centers, so no physical job once again, and all of a sudden, I was having to push 600-700 pound bikes up onto lifts by myself.
Yeah, it's rough. So that's been my week,
I got
man.
to the point where.
No, I say so. That's been my week. It's getting used to the physical manual labor.
Yeah, you're gonna be hurting.
Yeah. Oh man, I feel much better. The first like 3-4 days, man, I was like icy hot. I was taking like vitamins, everything I could to try to heal up. I was like using the foam roller, hot showers, like the whole nine. Anything I could do to like just get some of the pain away. I was hurting so bad. It was like, man, that's when I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not worth it. Maybe it's not worth this extra money. I don't know.
I mean, if you work through the pain, it'll definitely be worth it.
Oh yeah, I've already gotten better. Like it's already kind of gone away now. So
for me, like I started off there and I was hurting for like the first week or so. It was pretty bad, and then by the time I finished, I was able to. I got from having to have help with all the bikes getting them on the lift to being able to load anything smaller than like I could lift the push. The highest I could go was by myself was the street glide. Anything bigger than that, I always called someone over to help.
Mm-hmm.
but I could actually push a street glide up onto those lifts by myself.
That's still a lot. Those are heavy
Yeah,
bikes, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, considering, like the big thing for me was if I drop one of these suckers, that is more than I make in a year. Right now.
Yeah, well, and from a customer's perspective, I've been that customer, it's so annoying.
Well,
And not necessarily because things that don't happen. Like when it happened to me, they were like, "Oh, we'll give you a sweater." There was like, "Bitch, like the bike was, it was the first service, so, and they broke bearings, they broke levers, they broke pegs, and I'm like, this is a brand new motherfucking bike. And I was like, this is gonna be more
they
than a
fixed it
sweater,
all, right?
Yeah, they fixed it all, but like, that's a lot, man, to drop a brand new bike. Like that's like, I get it, but you should be telling the customer and offering the customer more than a fucking. You should have been like, the service is free, right off the bat. And they didn't even do that. They would try to give me a sweater, so that really got me. So, but yeah, I told them, I was like, dropping a bike, I get it, but man, you're acting like you just yeah, whatever. And it's like, it's not whatever. I just bought the bike. You're not gonna,
Yeah.
So that was my big thing with them. And in the end, after they ended up, after some work, they took care of it. But yeah, it happens. Shit happens. Bikes fall, and unfortunately, they break easy.
Yeah, the only bike that I dropped while I was there
Mm-hmm.
was an electric glide, and it was one we took in on a trade-in.
So it was yours, or the company's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually, because it's an electric glide, it's got that massive amounts of bars. So I held it as much as I could and basically gently laid this thing
Yeah, I was gonna say
on the bar.
but they don't necessarily like tip over like a sport bike, right? They kind of lean on the bottom, right? Or did it like completely fall over?
No, I didn't completely fall over, because if it had fallen over, I would have been under it.
Yeah.
So I was just standing there, and everybody's running over to help me, and I'm like, And the cool thing is, Harley Davidson, they have like these special rubber tiles they put on the ground.
Yeah,
So
I've seen
when
those.
bikes fall on it, there's less likely that they're going to cause damage.
You know what? I've seen those in the shop, and then I'd never put that together until you just said that. That makes complete sense. That's very smart to
they're
have that.
pretty
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, they're you can put plastics down on them, and I've seen them do it. You can put you don't generally do that, but I've seen them do it, where they'll stick plastic things down on the ground and they won't scratch.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen so many exhaust pipes just kind of casually thrown on these floors.
That's funny.
You're just like, dudes, these things are so expensive. You look at them and they scratch.
Yeah.
But you can just go, just huck it on the floor.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, some of the upgrades that people were doing while I was there it was ridiculous. Like, we had one guy, he paid 60 grand for his bike, and before he ever had the bike brought to him, he had it upgraded to a stage 4, and he had a numbered paint job. So they basically swapped all the plastics, the handlebars, everything to this numbered paint set.
That's crazy.
So that was like
Kenny's working on a
20
stage 4,
grand.
a stage 3 for his H2.
Yeah,
That's gonna be insane.
a stage. Do they have the same kind of thing with those? With you said an H2
The
with stage?
H2, yeah, his H2. So he's gonna be getting. I think he said a minimum. They're thinking about 270 horsepower.
Yeah, I don't know how they work with their upgrades, but yeah, the stage 4 upgrade for Harley is ridiculous. It's everything.
Yeah, I think it's the same. He was telling me the parts. There's a lot of like the airbox and the gearing and
Yeah,
I don't know what
pretty
else
much.
he had. Yeah,
Yeah, like a stage. Let me see if I have it here. Stage 4. Like when you get to stage 4, you've had to go through stage 1, 2, 3 beforehand. And it's like ridiculous amounts of things. What is stage 4? Okay, so it's increasing the horsepower from, sorry, not the horsepower, but the engine size from,
Displacement.
let me see. Yeah, basically you're replacing the cams, you're putting new ported heads on it, you're changing the clutch kit. It says here, stage 4 is acclaimed to produce 103 horsepower and around 110 foot-pounds of torque.
Just from that, not outside. Damn, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, like it's ridiculous. That also includes with the other stages, new airbox, not airbox, but I'm sorry, a new like air filter or air system, depending on what you're going with. It could be a filter, it could be like an entire new air intake. Exhaust pipes, performance spark plugs. You get the ECM flashed with the performance flash. And then it goes, like one of the other stages is they literally take your cylinder jugs and put them to the side and put brand new ones on.
They just replace
with new pistons. So they actually give you everything is new. Pretty much the only thing they keep is the external part of the bottom part of the engine.
For an extra 100 some horsepower.
Oh yeah, and I mean and you can choose whether you want the upgrade that gives you more torque or more top end. Like you have a choice.
How you want to set up.
You can choose between one. So some people want to be off the line quicker, other people want more passing power. And the way they kind of market that is, would you like to beat your friends off the line? Or do you carry a passenger and you want to be able to pass people when you have a passenger? Yeah, that's kind of the way they market it.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. It's probably like what?
It is.
Like into the six. What'd you say? 6-10 grand, something like that.
20.
20 grand. Holy fuck.
Well, I mean, when the guy I talked about, he did the paint kit.
Oh yeah. That's right. Forgot the paint kit. The numbered paint kit.
Just the top trunks on. I did a top trunk, and just the price on the top trunk for a it doesn't have the luggage rack and it doesn't have the lights. It's just they call it a chopped one. Was almost $2,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
To have it installed.
That stuff's so expensive,
and they had me
man.
install it.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I was so nervous to install it. There is a bit of work. Like I didn't do the whole installation because they did test fit the brackets, but they had to wait for the box to show up. So I had to fix everything, and it was one of the ones that is painted black, and the top trunk was a denim paint, which meant you breathed wrong or you dumped like a little bit of oil and it would discolor the paint. Like everything, like it was, if you got any oil on it, you immediately had to take it, spray it off with soap and denim cleaner and clean it before it faded in the sun.
That sucks. That's not fun at all.
I kind of said, I'm like, well, if I'm going to own a bike, I'm not owning denim paint because I don't want to have to worry about that. Exactly.
Well, that's why I'm waiting. That's why, I mean, one of the main reasons I haven't, Mr. Rad fell asleep. That's funny. That's one of the reasons I don't ride the Daytona so much is because I need to get it wrapped with the clear bra, like the whole bike, because it's all carbon fiber. So I don't want to fucking. So I barely ride it until I was waiting for our next stimulus check, but you know, I was like, oh yeah, next stimulus check, because they were like, oh yeah, it's coming. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna spend that on and get that done. Because I think it's like $1,200 to get it done, and then so far it hasn't come. So now I'm like, all right, whatever. That's what this next job's for. I want to get that wrapped with like a clear wrapping, And then the 675, I think I want to get like a custom wrap on it, and then get the seat done and do some things to it, make it a track bike. But we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Depending on what bike I get, I probably will paint it. But maybe now that I have options, I'll just buy a black bike and
Mm.
do what I want with it.
That's true too. Yeah,
I have options now.
you have tons of options.
I have tons of options, and I have I'm gonna have $4,400 worth of free credit rating left. Considering I'm not gonna have that on my credit rating any longer.
Yeah.
I was almost tempted to put that money towards the second loan that I have to get rid of that quicker,
Mm-hmm.
and then then I don't have a deposit.
Yeah, I have one more payment on the GSX. I owe like $500, so I just
Oh,
paid,
that's cool.
I paid $600 today, six something today, and then one more check, which like 2 weeks, I'll pay that off, and it'd be nice to pay it off. It's funny because I don't know what the loan term is, but I've been paying like $1,000 freaking the last few months on that bike every month. So it's like your payment's not due until 2022. Kind of funny.
Yeah, they don't work it that way here though.
Oh no?
They consider anything you put on a loan an extra payment. And so you still at the next month they still require it.
Hmm. Maybe it
It's a
depends.
pain in the ass.
I mean, maybe it depends on the loan company, because I know,
Could be.
like, because my car, I can't make any extra payment that I make on my car. They put towards the interest. They don't put it towards the principal. They won't put it towards the principal. Where obviously with the bike, any extra payment I made, it goes towards the principal of the bike, so the price just keeps dropping, right? And your interest keeps dropping.
Any loans that I've had, I mean, this is just from my perspective in Ontario, any ones that we have, any extra payments, we've been always go right directly off of the principal.
Yeah, that's how I thought it was until I got my car, and then I didn't realize, and then I went to try to make the payment, and it's through a bank, mind you. It's a military bank that you can't get unless you're in the military or you have family members in the military. And so I went to make that payment, and they're like, "No, it goes out to the interest." And I'm like, "Why would I do that? Why would I do that? I want to pay the fucking principal." They're like, "No, we don't allow that. Can't do that." I'm like, "That's so dumb. I'll never go through them again."
Yeah, I've gone through for both bikes. I did finance both of the most recent bikes, and I have to say both have been pretty good. I had a really high interest rate on the one because I didn't have great credit at the time, but the new one that I'm on right now, I have pretty decent payment schedule. However, it was 4 years.
Yeah,
When I bought my first car, I had it paid off in a year.
Yeah, I bought this bike. I bought at the end, maybe November of 2018. So, I mean, I think it's, yeah, so it's, but I wasn't making the big payments until this last, like, basically this year. It's just like, I just want to get rid of it, and I want to start putting that on the new bike, because that was an expensive bike. I almost didn't get it, but whatever, it worked out.
Yeah, for me, I'm not sure yet. I've been super tempted to buy something new, but I've also been thinking how nice it would be to, buy a bike and then not have to worry about owing an ass ton on it.
Yep.
So I might go with something a few years older, but that has ABS. Because I mean, ABS has been around for a long time. It's just cornering ABS would be really fantastic, but who has 28 grand to do that?
Well, the Daytona 765 is not 28; it's like 20, and it has it.
Yeah. So far, I've looked at a few.
I think that's
honestly,
what I was looking at. Someone was asking about the Ducati V2. And I think that has it, and that's 16. think it's Ducati.
But then I'd have to ride a Ducati.
But it's a beautiful. It is a beautiful bike. It is a beautiful bike. I think.
Yeah, I know, but is it one of the ones that has the dry clutch?
I don't think so. I don't think this is a dry clutch.
Because the dry clutch is kind of
Clack, 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 clack. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, it's loud. It's loud as hell. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It always sounds like there's something wrong with your bike. I mean, from like if someone was like looking at the bike and didn't know it was a dry clutch, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with your bike?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I've never really like, I don't know, Ducatis just don't really do it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really very much a Yamaha girl. I like my Yamis so far.
Mm-hmm.
I've only owned only the bikes I've owned like only owned Yamahas. I
Gotcha.
had other bikes and I've owned other bikes, but for significant riding, it's been Yamahas.
Gotcha.
However, I did get a chance to do a 3-hour ride on my friend's SV650, and it was pretty fun. It was kind of nice to know that if I could like just
Bring it out and not have
give
to
it,
worry.
and
Yeah.
I didn't have to worry about the damn bike trying
kill you.
to run away with me.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So I had to use the full power bound versus using like the first like 5%.
Yeah, fraction of it. Yeah.
And it was a badass sounding one, and it was a lot cheaper.
The new ones look really nice. I thought those looked cool.
Yeah.
You know what? Kenny gives me shit for it, but I like the new katanas. I think they look fucking dope. Like they're so unique.
Wait, can you show us pictures? I haven't looked at them.
Yeah, I'll bring it up right now.
Guess what other bike has cornering ABS? The H2.
Oh. Of course. Of course.
I saw that and I started laughing and I thought of Mothman.
This is it right here.
Well, that's not bad. It's like a little naked sports bike.
Can I get more pictures? Look at that. 14.
It'd be one of those ones I'd have to test ride. I kind of like that.
Yeah, it looks. I really like it. I think. Is that really they only give you one picture? Yeah, that thing looks cool.
I can't tell from this. How many cylinders?
I think it's. You know what? I don't. Is it a one? It might be a 1000. There we go. Yeah, 990 4-stroke, 4-cylinder. Yep.
I'd be torn against.
That's a 1000 cc bike for $14,000. That's a lot of bike for that price.
But then it'd be an inline 4 and not the nice sound of the V-twin.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I know I'm being picky now. There's something to be said about the growling sounds of a V-twin. However, I'm probably going to miss the fact that the triple is the best of both worlds, right? Good sound and lots of power.
I mean, I do like triples. I have two Daytonas in my garage. A little bit different sound for sure. Anyways,
yeah, I think my big thing is I'm gonna have to get out and try a few new bikes.
Yeah, go test.
As they say, see new people, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've never ridden a Daytona. I don't even know anyone who owns one. Besides, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not.
Like,
well, I mean,
no one here.
Well, they're kind of rare in general. You don't see them everywhere. They're not. Well, the 675s are they're not. I won't say they're rare, but you don't see them as often as you would like an R6. So, and then unless you go with the 765, and then you're gonna have a problem trying to even find one of those because those are limited edition. So
yeah, there's a few bikes around. I've seen a few of them around here, but no one that I know,
Yeah.
like the bikes that I know, like the people I know, like that I could that would actually trust me to get on their bike. Ninja 650, new one. Like he just got it a few months ago. Brand new Ninja 650. A Rebel 500. That was fun to ride. Entertaining. And then my friend, the other friend that he let me ride his SV 650, he also owns an Electric Glide Harley Davidson.
Maybe let's ride that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean I've ridden enough of them, so he wouldn't have a big huge issue with me riding it because he knows that I can handle them. I mean, I had to put almost 500 kilometers in a day on an Electric Glide, so I think I can handle them. They paid me to do that too, by the way.
Oh, that's dope. And paid to ride.
I got paid to ride down the same length of highway trying to make a bike have an error. And after 500 kilometers, it had an error.
That's funny.
And then after that, we took the bike over. They fixed it. And when they said that they fixed it, then they're like, "Well, we know you seeing it had it at 500 kilometers. We need you to take the bike out for another 500 kilometers." So over
You're
a
like,
week's time, I got paid.
That's to just go ride. That's pretty cool.
And it had the air. Like the air was so freaking creepy. The bike just turned like the. Do you know what the boombox is?
Mm-mm.
On a Harley?
Mm-mm.
It's the Batwing. It's got a touch screen on it.
Okay. Yeah.
It
Okay.
basically it controls a lot of things on the bike, but it was turning off. So when it would turn off, it would lag the bike.
That's not good.
And then the bike would continue on. But it just went from, sound and looking at things to I thought I had no bike left. No, the bike was working fine. It was the boombox was just restarting randomly after 500 kilometers.
All right. I think I'm calling a night. I'm exhausted. I'm ready for sleep.
It can't even be that.
Early.
Well, I guess I can understand why.
It's early.
It's
but
very early.
Normally, I can hang. But man, this week has been brutal to me. So I'm like,
yeah, it really has.
Tired, man. Ready to just. I know.
That's
I'm just
why
gonna
I
fall
stopped.
asleep. Yeah, tomorrow is the first day all week that I'm gonna be able to sleep in and get like a solid 6-7 hours of sleep because it's been like 5.5, maybe almost 6 hours of sleep the past fucking week. So I'm like, man, I get to sleep in tomorrow. This is gonna be nice.
Just wait till you get your paycheck. You're gonna.
I know. That's what I was telling Kenny. I was like, I just gotta make it till I get my paycheck, because then it's that little boost.
And it'll invigorate you for the next time.
Yeah, exactly. It's that little boost. Like I can just go put this on red. I can just go gamble this. It's not gonna, or buy whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so I'm waiting. I'm definitely waiting.
I mean, it's definitely, you got a good plan for it.
Yeah, there's a lot. I want to do a lot. The problem is there's more projects than money.
Oh, there always is.
Mm-hmm,
Always is.
Mm-hmm. That's the problem.